like they said last week, put the ball on the turf way too many times. And when you give a team that's rolling like that, possession after possession, you're going to get yourself into a predicament like they got with North Judson. So this game is super important. If you look at the Hoosier North, like we were talking about getting that first win, Randy, that Hoosier North is loaded. And it does not get any easier next week when you got Knox rolling in, who played, Southwood to a 3-point ball game, and then is playing Mishawaka Marion tonight, who's the number 2 team in the state of Indiana there in I think 3A. So, big time. It's very simple, but can they do it?
Well, and part of it is being that young. He talks about being young. We talked to him a little bit before the contest. That this junior class has a lot of potential, a lot of talent, but it's just getting them in that and getting them used to it. This is new to them.
Yep, and that's how it is when you're a junior. You always think about it when you're freshman, sophomore, junior in football. You just go out and play, because you don't have to worry about all the leadership stuff and stuff like that. And the leadership stuff for the Cavaliers, they got one senior. These juniors just need to relax and go play football. And you look up and down the line. I mean, like I said, we got Tucker Fisher tonight, who we're going to see at quarterback, 6'3", 220 pounds. I mean, they got some dudes that can play over here, and I think they're going to give us a good look tonight.
Well, let's talk a little bit about coming up next week. As of right now, if everybody behaves and does things well, we will be back at Barnhart Field for the Rochester Zebras season opener and home opener and senior night, all rolled up into one.
One big busy night, huh?
As the Whitco Wildcats, and by the way, it's a TRC matchup, and the Whitco Wildcats come in to Barnhart Field next Friday night. So, and exciting times here as we get ready to prepare for next week as well. Not to take away from this game, but, looking forward to next week when the Zebras get back in action finally.
Yeah, and we talked about it coming up here, and we even talked about Coach Zahner, walking up to the press box tonight. It has been hard on Coach Kelly and the players, having to be away from each other, getting that momentum right before school and then everything stopping before you can start practice for 2 weeks. But I can tell you this. There's nobody better that can ride this wave than Coach Kelly. He's been doing it for a long time. The kids are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Please rise.
So we can hope for a game next Friday night.
Time for the national anthem. We'll be back with the pregame interview starters after this. Giant FM Sports and RTC TV4.
Let's hear the starting lineups. First, the defense for South Central.
Welcome back to Culver High School as we get ready for the kickoff here. It's time now for the starting lineups, being brought to you by the Fulton County Solid Waste District. Don't trash our future, please recycle. Justin, you've got the starters for tonight's contest.
For the visiting South Central Satellites, we're going to start on their offense. At one receiver, number 88, Brandon Carr. At another receiver, number 80, Trent Hootspetz. You have fun with that one tonight, Randy. Randy.
Yeah.
Number 30, Dylan Riley.
And another receiver, number 89,
Number 20, Hayden
Brandon Young.
And number
And
one, Jacob
another at a
Omen.
halfback, number 1, Jacob Omen.
And now for your
Tailback
offensive
will
starters
be
for the
number 48,
Cavaliers.
Tony Guevara.
Starting at right tackle, number 75, Dalton
At one
Binkley.
tackle will be number 58,
At
Drew
right guard, number
Becker.
74, Alex
At another
Zanger.
tackle, number 50, Andrew
center,
Basket.
number 72,
At
Austin
one guard,
Zanger.
Phil Peason, number
At left guard, number
65.
76, Hunter
And
Evans.
the other guard,
At left tackle,
Andrew
number 68,
Huizar,
Hunter
number
Taylor.
61. And at center,
tight end,
anchoring the
number 80,
line for the
Marquez
Satellites, number
Anderson.
77, Bryce
At
Glissick.
halfback, number 20, Jalen
And at
King.
quarterback, Brady Glissick,
Other
number
halfback,
3.
number 30, Blake
On the
Thompson.
for the defensive
At tight end,
starters,
number
they're
82,
at one
AJ
tackle will be
Cooper. And at fullback,
Caleb
number 40,
Guard,
Shane
number
Schumann.
70.
And your quarterback for the
Nose
Cavaliers,
tackle will be
number
Devin
5,
Sanders,
Tucker
number 68.
Fisher.
Andrew Huizar, number 61, will be at another tackle. At one outside linebacker, Tony Guevara, number 48. Inside linebacker, Matt Mulligan, number 44. The other inside linebacker, Lucic Basiniski, number 53. The other outside linebacker, number 12, Hayden Trutko. At one corner, number 80, would be Trent Hudspeth. The other corner, number 30, Dylan Riley. One safety, Brandon Young, number 89, and the other safety, number 1, Jacob Omen. For the home team, the Culver Cavaliers, starting at quarterback, number 5, like we said, Tucker Fisher, a junior, 6'3", 220-pound junior. At fullback will be Shane Schumann. You heard Coach talking about him tonight. He plays both ways. He'll also start at middle linebacker. At one tight end will be A.J. Cooper, number 82. One halfback will be number 30, Blake Thompson. The other halfback will be number 20, Jalen King. Number 80, I can't wait to see this tight end tonight. He looks the part. Number 80, Marquise Anderson. The offensive line is one tackle, number 68, Hunter Taylor. At left guard will be number 76, Hunter Evans. At center will be Austin Zahner, number 72. Number 74, Alex Zahner will be the right guard. And at the right tackle, number 75, Dalton Binkley. And then on defense, at a 4-4 defense there for Coach Zahner. He'll start number 80, Marquise Anderson, at one defensive end. The other defensive end will be number 75, Dalton Binkley. The tackles will be number 70, Hunter Evans, and number 72, Austin Zahner. Inside linebacker will be number 74, Alex Zahner. The other inside linebacker, like I said, number 40, Shane Schumann. At outside linebacker will be Tucker Fisher, number 5. The other outside linebacker, Blake Thompson, number 30. We got two sophomores playing corner tonight, so we'll see how that goes. It didn't go well last week, but I think they'll be better tonight. Jason Cattle, number 1, and Ian Brown, number 32, and then at safety back there, Noah Pratt, number 43.
Get starting lineups being brought to you tonight by the Fulton County Solid Waste District. Don't trash our future, please recycle. Well, that's going to do it for the pregame show being brought to you by the Fulton County Republicans. Remember to vote Republican in the upcoming November election. Again, we want to thank our sponsors tonight, Fulton County REMC, making a better tomorrow since 1936. Smith Farm Store, serving farm and home since 1971. Smith Sawyer and Smith Insurance, insurance bonds and wealth management. Woodlawn Hospital, where care and compassion meet. Moose Lodge, 1107. Come out and enjoy family fun. The Insulation Guys, your hometown certified insulation service provider. And Odell Lumber, superior quality and service. Randy Wayne, Justin Bach from Culver High School as the captains are meeting for the mock coin toss at midfield. And we'll wait and see who's going to get the ball first here tonight. Justin, how important is it to get off to a great start? Obviously, you know, it's about momentum and everything else, but how nice would it be to get the ball and go?
Well,
Will receive the opening
when you had the weekday, kind of had both teams. You wanted the ball first. Kind of get there, get your feet, kind of like Caston did last week. Get your feet about you, get the ball moving. We're going to see two very contrasting styles of offense tonight. You're going to see South Central come out and it's more of a spread, whereas we're going to line up too tight. We're going to play smash mouth football on the Culver side. You know, it's going to be a lot of running. So, you know, ball control, ball security. line of scrimmage. That's the key to win tonight.
South Central wins the coin toss, and they elect to receive the ball. So the Cavaliers will kick off. And we'll get ready to start here. Cavaliers will be going our right to left, and the South Central Satellites in this first quarter will be going left to right here at Culver High School. Again, we want to thank Brett Barrett and Mike Zahner as well, allowing us to be over here tonight. Great host here at Culver High School.
Fantastic, and of course, I would expect nothing less from those two gentlemen. So. And you know, if Randy, when you're talking about wanting the ball first or not, if I'm Coach Zahner, knowing Coach Zahner like I do, he's okay with being on defense first. That was his Achilles heel last week. He wants to see how far he's come this week in practice on that side of the ball.
Tucker Fisher getting ready to kick off for Culver. Let's see. Young is one man back deep for South Central. Gosh, we had West Central last week, and South Central this week. I'll be all confused. Of course, it don't take a lot to do that.
I didn't say it. You did.
But there's a lot of people out there thinking it. So we'll see if we can't get that other number here in a minute. But, Tucker Fisher getting ready to kick off, start the contest, and we're underway. As a little squib kick picked up at the 25-yard line. Picked up to the crossfield.
Nice hit.
And Dylan Riley on the return, just a 10-yard return on that, and he felt it at the 30, and that's where South Central will start 1st and 10 here tonight. Scoreboard being brought to you by Woodlawn Hospital. We're carrying compassion meat, so we'll talk about that throughout the contest as well. No injury report, but the injury report, if we had one, was going to be brought to you by Woodlawn Hospital. That's the good news, no injury report. So we get ready to go here on the first possession of the contest. South Central.
A.J. Cooper on the tackle.
We've got twins to the near side. Now they split. Glissick up under center. Now steps back out of the shotgun. They spread in the near side, and we're going to have a false start.
Penalty on the field.
Right off the bat, as Oman was going in motion, and I think one of the back guys also went with him.
Well, that's a good way to start there. Get behind the chains for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers coming out. So last week, like Coach Zahner said, they didn't.
Back the satellites up.
North Judson went perfect for throwing the ball last week, so they're starting off in a little bit of a zone. Those sophomore corners give them a little bit of a cushion, so it's going to be neat to see what South Central does. Trying to get the ball downfield, throwing the ball.
For the Satellites.
1st and 15 now for the Satellites as they will come to the line. Gilsick out of the shotgun. Twins to both sides, and that sends Oman in motion again. I think there was a miscommunication there, and into the backfield goes Thompson, and down goes Glissick. Another loss of about 2 or 3 yards there. But yeah, I think somebody was supposed to be there as Glissick turned and looked, and he was on the other side of him.
Not doing it, and bringing the pressure, recognizing it. Culver got in there and made him pay for it.
From the South Central 24 to 2nd and 16 now, as unfortunately for South Central going the wrong direction, Culver pushing them the direction they want. Short field then when they come back. Out of the shotgun, trips to the near side, back to pass. Glissick, he's got pressure. He dodges one receiver, he flies it in the air, overflown, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Nice pressure that time by the Cavalier defense.
Good coverage too.
Ian Brown on the
that time, really nobody helping. He just kind of threw it in the vicinity of Hudspeth. And still 16 yards to go, 3rd and 16, 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Randy Witt, Justin Bach, glad you could join us from Culver High School tonight. Beautiful night as it ends up for high school football.
It is.
Coach Zahner calling out some different changes at the line for defensively. As we got twins to the far side, in the slot, now back to pass again. He lets it fly, it's a wobbler in the air, and they turn around and it's complete right in the breadbasket between 2 defenders. Between Fisher and Cadle.
Trent Hudspeth.
And Hudspeth is the receiver.
Jason Cadle.
Wow, they were right there, too. I mean, you turn around and look for the ball, and you knock that thing down.
Hudspeth is a big target. He's every bit of 6'4". So, you know, a little 25-yard gain right there. He just threw it up. The pressure was coming. He just threw it up. The defender did not turn, and he high-pointed the ball when he caught it.
1st and 10 now. First down being brought to you by Evans Agency. Helping you with your insurance needs today, tomorrow. Oh, that's red zone. Oh, I messed that one up.
That's all right.
I'll fix that. In the backfield is Omen, and he's going to be hit for about a 1-yard loss. It'll bring up 2nd and 11. First down's being brought to you by Odell Lumber. Superior quality and service.
Hunter Evans.
So 2nd and 11 now.
Check that, a 1-yard loss on the play will bring up
for
2nd and 11.
South Central.
From the South Central 48-yard line.
Backs him up down into the 48. 10 minutes to go here in the opening quarter from Culver High School. Well, they've got 4 to the near side. Out of that split. Gilslick comes to the near side. He keeps it to himself, and he's met.
On the carry.
He was hit
line
by a couple of different defenders for
Jalen King.
Culver, but he picks up about 6 yards.
The ball is spotted at the Cavalier.
Culver got a good stunt there up front, but both tackles tripped over each other as they came through, and that's what sprung him loose. But then a good hit by the safety there to bring him down.
3rd and 6 now from the Cavalier 47. Gilsick out of the shotgun. One to his right, one behind him. Turns the pitch, and they do to Omen. Omen around the left side. Omen's got some room. He finds a gap. Omen's on his horses. Omen at the 10, the 5, touchdown, South Central.
Jacob Omen on the touchdown
47
carry.
yards.
47. That was, he got outside those tackles and got a nice couple blocks, and he was on his horse.
Yeah, he was not touched until he got through into the secondary, and even then he didn't get touched. So good look there, good offensive line work, and they're on the scoreboard.
And let's see.
For the extra point.
For the extra point, South Central. And it is up, and it is
good.
Good.
At the 9-minute, 4-second mark of the
So
first
with
quarter,
9 minutes and 4
South
seconds to
Central
go on
7,
the Woodlawn Hospital
Cavaliers 0.
scoreboard, it is South Central 7, Culver with their first possession coming up. Back with more Giant FM Sports and RTC TV4.
And was gone. So
for the Satellites.
Scoring drive being brought to you by the Insulation Guys, your hometown certified insulation service provider. So now Culver will get their first opportunity as they receive the kickoff. The kickoff being brought to you by Moose Lodge, 11:07. And we got a flag coming in from the far side as the return comes back to about the 24, 25-yard line.
Officials will spot the ball.
Official threw his flag from the far sideline. I don't know. He was 40 yards away.
Ball on the Cavalier 24-yard line with a holding penalty.
Holding against Culver, so that'll
against
mark
the
them back. So they're going to start deep in their own territory here on their first possession of the contest.
Start on the 14.
It looked out.
That'll put the ball on the 14-yard
Again, Randy Wynn,
line.
Justin Bach with you here tonight.
1st and 20 for the Cavaliers.
As the Cavaliers are playing host to South Central Satellites. Culver with their first possession now will be 1st and 10. As the ball was at the 14-yard line. So Fisher will get his first opportunity here as he brings the team to the line. Oh, it is just 1st and 10. Okay, I was going to say, they just moved him back. Yeah. 1st and 10. Fisher up under center. Fisher, the handoff in the backfield. And that goes to King. King will pick up about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Bashinsky on the tackle.
If you like football, you got to love that full house backfield, especially Notre Dame
Ball's
fans.
on the 18-yard line.
So another marker back one, so we'll give him a 4-yard pickup,
Cavaliers.
2nd and 6. As Fisher comes to the sidelines and gets the plays, and he'll run it back in with 18 on the play clock.
This is where, Culver needs to hold on to the ball 3 yards at a pop.
Fisher and fakes the handoff to one, gives it off in another, and
King on the carry.
fumble on the play. Culver says they still have it. Satellites say they have it, so we'll wait and see. And Culver did recover.
Cavaliers recover the ball.
So
He had a heck of a lane, too. He was going to go. Ball just squirted out there. Somebody must have grabbed his arm on the way through.
At the 22-yard line.
they gave him a big pickup, so it's at the 22 now. It'll be third and
down
2.
and 2 play for the Cavaliers.
Another 4-yard range by King, 4-yard run.
Fisher brings up to the line. Again, the full house backfield behind him. Fisher. The handoff to the right side. Off to the right. Schumann still on his feet. He's got enough for a first down. And that first down being brought to you by Odell Lumber. Superior quality and service. Big move that time by Schumann.
Yeah, good blocking, block down. He got out on the outside and got moving.
At the 34-yard
They put it down
line.
at the 34-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Cavaliers.
1st and 10 Cavaliers.
I'm going to guess one of those things that if it keeps working, you're going to go back to Schumann.
Yep.
The handoff as he comes this side now, too. I believe that is Schumann as well, still on his feet.
Blake Thompson
Nope,
on
that
the
was
carry.
Thompson. They're mixing it up, giving it to all the backs in the
Picks up a couple
backfield.
yards.
He said he would tonight.
Yep.
Official spot the ball at the
So it'll be a
36-yard
3-yard
line.
pickup, but a 2nd and
Bring down
7.
a 2nd down and 7 play for the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers with the penalty started deep in their own end, and have moved the ball nicely here.
Good.
On the other side of the 35, about the 36. 2nd and 7, and there comes the penalties. That'll be 5 more yards.
That'll make it an easy 2 yards.
So that'll give
We'll
them
go against the Satellites.
give them a 2nd and short now for the Cavaliers.
Walk off the penalty to the Cavalier
Just on the
41-yard line.
other side of the 40, it's 41.
2nd down and 2 for the Cavaliers.
On the scoreboard, being brought to you by Woodlawn Hospital. 7-0, 6.5 to go here in the first quarter. Cavaliers with their first possession. Fisher up under center. Full house backfield behind him. The handoff. I believe goes to King.
Jalen King on the carry.
And King just might get one if, it looks like the far official's going to be generous and give him one. So it's going to be a 3rd and 1 situation now for the Cavaliers.
They're possessing. They need to possess the ball. Obviously, the spread is going to give them problems tonight. So the best defense is keeping their offense on the sideline.
Fisher out of the huddle with 20 on the play clock. Full house backfield again. And everybody's in tight on the line. Fisher, the handoff to Schumann. Schumann around the right side. Schumann, and up for another first down. Odell Lumber, the sponsor of that first down. Cavaliers,
First down.
nice mix right now going on by Coach Zahner.
Well, so when you have a full house backfield and you play tight like this, you've got 4 guys essentially that can run the ball at any time. And that's what it's making South Central's linebackers kind of have to sit back. And the splits are tight, so they can't bust through there. And so Schumann's having a lot of work on that right-hand side, getting some big yards there. He's got 19 yards on 2 carries.
So equipment time out there. Now we're ready to go as the official starts it back up. Fisher up under center. The handoff right up the middle to Jalen. Jalen King, the carrier that time, and he's going to pick up about 7.
And right there, Andy, if you're watching on Cavalier TV, right there is where it was. Everybody on South Central stood up and didn't know who had the ball until he was already 3 yards past them.
Yeah.
For the Cavaliers.
So they're going to give him 6, so it'll be a 2nd and 4 now with 4:40 to go here in the opening quarter. Randy Wynn, Justin Bott, glad you could join us here on Giant FM and Culver TV. Fisher up under center. Fisher sends a man in motion. The pitch back is to King again. King around the near side. He's got
There
a
he
blocker
goes.
out in front of him. King across the 30. Ain't going to be knocked out of bounds.
Come on.
But a flag is going to be thrown.
Flag on the play.
See, I was going to say it's a block or a clip. I'm not sure. Either one, it was.
He hit him from the side. I wish I could. That's a horrible
Penalty on the
call.
Cavaliers.
So they'll bring that back. But they did have a nice run that time. Had a great lead blocker there.
So is it 10 yards from the spot?
I think that is a spot foul, so it should still be a first down. As they'll mark it off. And it should. Yep, still going to be a first down.
Officials will spot the ball at the South Central 42-yard line.
So they'll
For
get
a
another
Cavalier
first down,
first
being brought to you by
down.
Odell Lumber. So with 4:21 to go here in the opening quarter. Satellites took it down and scored on their first possession. Culver now moving the ball nicely in their first. They started it back at about, what did they start, at 15? 14. Fisher up under center. Tucker Fisher, the handoff to Schumann. Schumann around the right side. Schumann still on his feet.
Schumann
Keeps
on the carry.
the feet rolling, and he gets a big pickup of about 5 yards. It'll be second and 5.
Matt Mulligan.
That's what he's
Spot
about
the
that
ball
right
on
side,
the
boy.
South
He's,
Central 37
what they're
yard
doing is
line.
doing a
Second
little
down and 5 for the Cavaliers.
little counter right there, and he's taking it there and on the right side, and they're just caving that one side in, and he's getting 5 yards a pop.
Fisher will get the play from the sideline with 20 to go here on the play clock. 3:35 to go in the first quarter. Fisher up under center. Fisher, the handoff. It goes to, I believe that one's going to be Thompson. And Thompson comes to the near side. And
Thompson on the carry.
ball
is
came
blown
loose,
down.
but it was whistled dead. It looks like Thompson might still be down.
Tackled by a couple satellites.
Giving Thompson a second here to catch his
Officials
breath and
spot
come
the
up.
ball at the South
And
Central
just going to be
34
just
yard
shy
line.
of the first down. It'll be a third down and
Will be
about 2.
3rd and 2 for the Cavaliers.
But a big 3-yard pickup. Luckily, the official blew that dead because South Central was going the other way.
Yeah, it was right, and the linesman saw it. It was plain as day. His knee was already down when that ball came out. So good call.
3rd and 2. Fisher up under center. Fisher, the quick snap to Schumann around the right side. Schumann still on his feet. Schumann's got another first
Schumann
down.
on the carry.
And
Tackled
more
by
as he's going to be marked down just inside the 30.
Rumbles inside.
So another
the
first
South
down
Central
being brought to you
30-yard
by
line
Odell
for
Lumber.
a Cavalier first down.
Superior quality and service, Odell Lumber.
Officials spot the ball at the 29-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 29.
10,
Clock continues to
Cavaliers.
roll under 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
And see, last week, like Coach Zahner said, they had over 300 yards, and here they are again marching down the field. And this is going to be the 10th play of the drive, and it's just simply which one of the three is going to get it.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
it's tough man football.
Fisher brings the squad up under center. Fisher, the quick handoff. Goes off to Jalen King this time to the
Jalen
left
King
side.
on the carry.
And King will be
Tackled
brought
by
down about the
number 70,
25-yard line.
Gerard.
So they'll give him a
And
4-yard
44,
pickup. It'll be
Matt
2nd and
Mulligan.
6. Randy Wayne, Justin Bach,
Ball's
glad you
on
could join
the
us. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow morning,
26-yard
Coach's
line,
Corner
2nd down
on
and
Giant
7
FM Sports.
For the
As
Cavaliers.
we'll talk to Mike Zahner of the Culver Cavaliers and Will Porter of Caston Comets. Caston got a battle tonight with North Judson. Caston scoring the most points they've scored in like 3 years. Last week, Judson also scoring the most points. So something's got to give at Caston.
Which defense is going to win tonight?
So 2nd down and 6 now for Fisher and the Cavaliers. Fisher hands it off to Jalen. Oh, that time, sorry, that's Blake Thompson. And he gets that down about the 20, 21-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short. I got to talk to Zahner about this. You give both your backs a 0 in there. You can't tell if it's a 3 or a 2.
Not until they turn, right?
Yeah, you got to give them different numbers.
Especially when their splits are the way they are. So
I mean, you got 20, 30, and 40, your 3 backs.
Yeah. And if they're turned the wrong way, you can't tell.
Zahner, we're going to talk to him. Fisher up under center. Full house backfield behind him. Little long count. It looks like he's going to audible with a minute to go here in the quarter. 8 on the play clock. The handoff to Schumann. Schumann around the right side. Schumann breaks one tackle. Schumann still on his feet. That's going to be enough for another Odell first down. Odell Lumber sponsoring that first down again by Schumann.
Boy, he takes the initial hit, and then he's gone. Yeah. So, I'm impressed with this kid.
He keeps it battling. The ball is going to be marked down at about where are they at, the 12? So they can get a first down without the touchdown. Fisher up under center. Fisher, the handoff right back up the middle. I believe that one went to
King on the carry.
King picks up 2. It looks like they're going to put it at about the 10-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
Officials will spot the ball at the
30 seconds, so they'll get this one in before the end of the quarter.
He's an art teacher.
Let's go, Culver!
Fisher gets the call from the sideline.
Let's go, Culver! Let's go,
Fisher up under center.
Let's
Fisher,
go, Culver!
the handoff again to Schumann. Schumann around the right side. Schumann
on the carry.
going to be brought down probably on that first initial attack this time, but he still will fall forward for
44.
about
Mulligan.
2 yards. And that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. On your Woodlawn Hospital scoreboard, at the end of 1, South Central 7, Culver Cavaliers 0. Back with more Giant FM Sports and RTC TV 4. We're back at Culver Cavalier High School as we get ready to start the second quarter. Justin, the Cavaliers started deep at their own end zone at the 14-yard line, and now they're at the other end at the 8.
Yeah, and Cavalier cheerleader.
Like I said, we're at 16 plays that they ran on this drive, and it's simply the 3 backs. It's been a steady dose of it. Schumann, that was his that 1-yard gain. The last play was his lowest gain so far in the ball game. But there's not enough room on my spreadsheet if we keep going.
Yeah, we may have to take halftime to add to it.
Yeah.
Right back up the middle goes the Cavaliers, and that handoff is Schumann. Schumann will pick up a couple of more, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
To the 10-yard line.
And about 5 now for the Cavaliers.
Bring up a 4th down play, 4th and 5.
So 4th and 5 now for the Cavaliers. Fisher coming from the sidelines. 11:35 to go here in the first half. Randy Wynn, Justin Bach. Again, we want to thank Brett Barrett and Mike Zahner for hosting us here tonight. Excellent hospitality. Fisher up under center. Full house backfield behind him. As he goes up the middle and breaks one tackle. And King still on his feet. He's going to be, that's going to be close, but we do have a flag down. I thought I saw the flag fly, and I thought I heard a whistle, but I must not have heard the whistle. But I did see the flag holding against Culver.
That hurts.
Well, now we'll wait and see what they're going to do. Will they measure it and see if it's that close to get it, and they take the penalty? Culver's going to want, they're going to bring the chains in here. That's not a bad decision by South Central. They want to know, is it a first down, or are they going to get it on turnover on downs, because if they decline that, it's a turnover on downs. So they're gonna measure this out.
I think he
20
got
had
it.
a much wider.
So if they did get it, they're going to give it. They're going to take the
get it
penalty,
wide.
obviously, and move it back. The chain gang will stretch it out. Apparently, the officials haven't done that yet this year. They're struggling to get that done, and that's good. Should be a first down.
Take it back. 20 had a wide.
I was going to say, we still have no
20 had a wide
no
split.
signal from the officials whether it was a first down or not. So apparently they did hit the first down, because now they're marching it off. So we're going to assume that they got the first down,
Holding on
and
the
they're going to call
Cavaliers.
holding on the Cavaliers. And that'll bring up
The
fourth
ball will
down.
be spotted on the 15-yard line, where it'll be 4th down and 15 for the Cavaliers.
We're going to be about 4th and 11 for the Cavaliers. As Fisher up under center. Fisher back to pass. Fisher rolls to his right, throws it up, and incomplete.
Fisher's pass incomplete.
And the intended
Number
receiver
80,
was
Marquez
number
Anderson.
80, Anderson.
Cavaliers will turn
And
the
that'll be
ball
a
over
turnover on
on
downs.
It'll be South Central ball. First
You know,
and
Coach
10.
Zahner mentioned it last week, how
On their own
important
15-yard
penalties
line.
are, and unfortunately that one really hurt.
Yeah, 19 plays there and come up empty-handed. That hurts.
So they'll switch, and the defense now will be back on the field for the Cavaliers. It's been a while since the offense was on for South Central. Like you said, 19 plays, and boy, they took a lot of time, as there's 11 minutes there. So there's, shoot, that's a lot of time they took.
Yeah, I would say
I can't do very good
we're
math.
Probably
8
that
minutes?
was probably like almost a 10-minute
10
drive.
minutes.
Yeah.
So Glissick now out of the spread. Glissick out of the shotgun. Glissick pitches it, comes to the near side. And that is off to, I'm not sure who number 4 is. I don't have him. And he's still on his feet. And he's going to go all the way from the 12-yard line. Wow.
85 yards.
And everybody in the press box is scrambling to try to figure out who that was. I don't have him. Everybody's looking.
Hayden
Touchdown on the play from the
Trucco.
Satellites.
Hayden Trucco.
Yeah.
Hayden Trutko on the touchdown carry.
All right.
Number 80, Trent Hudspeth on for the extra
Wow.
point.
Trumko went the distance there. He got to the sideline, and he just kept going. The extra point on
Extra
the way, and it is good
at
on the
10-minute,
Woodlawn Hospital
46
scoreboard.
second mark
With
of the
10:46 to go in the second quarter, it's South Central 14,
Cavaliers
Cavaliers 0 on, again, the Woodlawn Hospital scoreboard, where care and compassion meet. We'll keep out here on this one, and well, that just really took place. I guess when you, I guess I don't feel bad. Nobody in the press box knew who it was.
No. I mean, again, obviously that kid is a sophomore, wide receiver, 6'1", 160, with blazing speed.
Yes, he does.
And there, I mean, they had that play drawn up. It was a change of possession type of play. Change of possession. They stop them on downs, go right for the home run right there, and 85 yards later. So that's where you want to do this. You want to do the drive?
Yeah, well, that was the drive. The scoring drive being brought to you by the Insulation Guys, your hometown certified insulation service provider. We also want to thank Evans Agency LLC. You're helping with your insurance needs today and tomorrow. Peterson, Wagner, and Perkins, providing excellent legal services. Fulton County Community Foundation, where giving grows. And by Jennings Insurance in Argus and Rochester, going beyond the expected for you. Again, just a few of the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Again, we'd also like to thank RTC for allowing us to broadcast with them tonight on Culver TV. So thank them as well.
Number 80.
So
Hudspeth
with a
on the
quick
kick, back deep,
strike
King
there for West Central,
and
they're up
Thompson for
14
the
to nothing,
Cavaliers.
and now the Cavaliers will have it, and we'll see if they can take another 19 plays, but put it in the end zone this time. And now Jalen King takes the kick. He's still on his feet across the 30, down near the
Jalen King on the
35. We're
carry,
going to mark it
returns
about
it
the 34.
Over the
And that's where the
30-yard
Cavaliers
line, so
will
34,
take over here
where it'll
on
be
their
first
second
and 10
possession.
Cavaliers.
Well, I mean, so
Tackle by
far in the game, you know, the Satellites have had
30,
it 7
Dylan Riley.
plays, 2 touchdowns. The Cavaliers, you know, 19 plays, no scores. So you know, the Lions are their offensive line is beating the Cavaliers' defensive line right now. So
Fisher back up under center.
Here we go.
As it goes offset, Twins, Jalen with the football. Jalen trying to bounce it around. He
Jalen
tries to
King
back
on
it
the
back
carry,
to the
tackled
middle.
by
He'll get
number
back to the
58,
original line of
Becker.
scrimmage for no gain, and it'll be second and 10.
77, Bryce Blissett.
That time they kind of offset the backs that time.
No gain on the play. Ball still at the 34-yard
Yeah.
line. It'll be
yeah, I mean
second
that
down
one
and
they
10
try
for
to
the
give
Cavaliers.
it to Fisher, and he's they're not finding anything in between the tackles now, so they
Right.
need to go outside where they were getting most of their positive plays in there in that first possession.
Fisher will bring the Cavaliers to the line. Now they'll go back to that full house backfield. And the handoff goes right back up the middle to Jalen King. King still on his feet. King finally going to be down about the 40-yard line. And that'll be about a 6-yard
King on
pickup.
the
It'll be a
carry.
3rd down and 4 now for the Cavaliers.
Tackled by number
It's his
44,
sixth
Matt
carry for
Mulligan.
32 yards
The
so
ball
far
is
in the ball
placed
game.
on the Cavalier.
So at the
41-yard
41-yard
will
line,
bring
it'll
up
be
3rd
3rd
down
and
and
4.
For the Cavaliers.
Now it's one of those things you can say a long 3, short 4.
Yeah, it's
The
just
ball's in between.
whoever's running the scoreboard makes the call.
Fisher again up under center. Fisher takes his time. Now hands it off to Schumann. Schumann to the near side. Schumann going to fall forward to about the
Schumann on the
45,
carry.
and they will give him to the 45. That'll be enough for another first down.
Yard line.
Being brought to you by Odell
Officials
Lumber.
move the chains.
Odell Lumber,
Cavalier,
superior quality
first down.
and service. You know, I mean, if you look at the stat sheet, Culver really should be leading this contest, except for everywhere, except for in the scoring column.
2 big runs.
Yeah.
That separates this ball game right now. 2 big runs by the Satellites got them 14 points.
2 big runs and 1 big penalty.
Yes. that holding penalty.
Yeah.
But can't make those mistakes. We
Yep.
saw it last week.
From the 45-yard line, Tucker Fisher sends Thompson in motion. The pitch out to King. King around the left side. King still on his feet. King will finally be run out of
Jalen
bounds
King on the
at
carry.
about the
Forced out of bounds by number
35-yard
83,
line
Hudson.
of the Satellites, and that's going to be another
He
Odell
scampers
first
all the way
down.
to the South Central 35-yard line.
Nice
For
run.
the
I think that was about the
Cavalier first
same
down.
run we saw a few plays ago in the first quarter where you come around that side and got the block in the back penalty. That time, no block in the back and a nice run by the Cavaliers.
Yep, that's his 9th carry for 52 yards. That was a 20-yard gain. And again, good blocking. He had a lead block out there with Thompson. And like you said, it was the same play, except it was a clean play that play.
So it'll be a 1st and a 10 now from the 35-yard line of the Satellites. 13 on the play clock and 8:20 on the game clock. Fisher. They hand off to Schumann again. Schumann to the near side. Nope, that's not Schumann. Excuse me. That is
Schumann on the
76
carry.
Evans.
He's met by,
Hunter Evans on the carry that time.
check that, Hunter Evans on the carry.
76,
Yeah.
running the football.
Yeah, give it to the big
No gain on the
man.
play.
But he got no
Second down
gain,
and
so it's
10.
2nd and 10.
Tackled by a few
Maybe that's Coach
Satellites.
Zahner getting somebody a breather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be. Very well could be, as Fisher will bring the play in from Coach Zahner with 15 on the play clock. They break the huddle with 12.
And King is on the sideline right now with his helmet off. So
And they fake one handoff. They give it off to Blake Thompson. Thompson still on his feet. Thompson still
Thompson on
battling
the carry.
for possession and a field and yardage.
Most of
And he's going
Satellites
to be
crawl off the
marked down
pile.
about the 31, 32-yard line.
Officials spot the ball at the South Central 30-yard line.
They're going to give him to the 30. All right, so a 3rd down and about 5.
We'll bring up
Nice
a
good run
3rd
right
down
there.
play
Good
for the
inside run.
Cavaliers.
again,
3rd
the
and
offensive
5.
line's doing their job. You know, it's coming down to holding on to the football and the penalties.
King will bring the play in with 15 as he's back in the lineup now for the Cavaliers. They're going to have to hurry. 6 on the play clock. Down to 4, down to 2, down to 1, and they do get a timeout. Coach Zahner very aware of the play clock. They get a timeout on the Woodlawn Hospital scoreboard. 6:38 to go in the first half. 14-0 South Central. Back and more after this. Giant FM Sports and Culver TV.
As I look out over the Cavalier crowd, I see some alumni cheerleaders. Eddie Davis, Alyssa Bailey, and Kate Hine right down in front of me. A couple of Cavalier football players too, but I won't say anything.
Back here at Culver High School as Coach Zahner, they're getting a smart timeout as the play clock was running down to 1. So 3rd and 5 now for the Cavaliers. Tucker up under center. Tucker with a handoff to King. King comes to the near side. King tries to cut it back in. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another. King still on his feet. Finally going to be brought down at about the 15-yard line. That's going to be enough for another first down being brought to you by Odell Lumber. Yeah, nice cut that one time. He broke one tackle and shook another one.
That timeout right there may have been the biggest play of the game so far for the Cavaliers.
6.5 to go here before halftime. 14-0. This is more of a mental play, mental session right here as the Cavaliers need to get in the end zone.
Yeah, you get in the end zone now, and with 6 minutes to go, you feel pretty good about yourself if you can get a stop on defense. That's gonna. You don't want to leave too much time left on the clock.
Fisher up under center. Fisher, the handoff to Schumann. Schumann up the middle. Schumann breaks it back outside to the left. He's still on his feet. Schumann still going.
Shane Schumann on the carry.
Schumann runs over 3 defenders from South Central. They're like, did anybody get the number on that bus?
Yeah, and I give credit to Culver. They are exactly what their coach is, a tough guy. I mean, they are really a tough football team.
Yeah, the officials are looking at it. We're going to have another measurement.
2nd down and 1 for the Cavaliers.
Yep, they're going to bring in a measurement. We're going to have the chain gang back in. They're getting their money's worth tonight.
Officials timeout for a measurement.
Chain gang earning
Let's
their
hear it for
keep.
the Cavalier chain gang.
As they'll come out, let's see. Last time they got it. We'll see what they do this time. 5:55 to go here before halftime. Randy Wynn, Justin Bach, Culver High School. Glad you could join us here tonight. Special presentation of high school football. Next Friday night, we're back at Barnhart Field. The Zebras back in action. First time this season. And it's going to be just short this time by a nose of the football. So it'll be 2nd down and short for the Cavaliers from the, what is that? Sitting there about the 4.
A lot is going to the strong side.
I'd say,
Yeah, right about the 4-yard line.
On the first drive, too, Lucas missed a lot of time.
But the wind quit blowing.
It did.
Boy,
The wind quit blowing.
it was nice and breezy up here. The great press box with the no windows in it.
Big windows.
Took the windows out, and then the sun goes down and the
2nd
wind
down
quits
and 1
blowing.
for the Cavaliers.
All right,
From
and
the
they get the
South Central
chains
4-yard
back set
line.
on the other side. And it'll bring up, like we said, 2nd and short from about the 4. Whistle blows, and the Cavaliers come to the line. Fisher up under center. Fisher, the handoff to Schumann. Schumann right up the middle. He's got the first down and more.
Schumann on the
Touchdown,
Touchdown.
Cavaliers.
Nice
Touchdown.
Nice run that time by Schumann. Man, Shane Schumann, the sophomore.
He's having a day.
He's running it well here tonight. A 4-yard run puts puts them in this end zone.
Cavaliers on for the
And-
conversion.
We'll see if we can put 8 on the board.
I wondered why it was so difficult to keep stats.
Schumann's in for the 2-point conversion as well. So with 5:43 to go here before halftime, the Cavaliers finally on the board on the Woodlawn Hospital scoreboard. 14-8. Cavaliers trail the South Central Satellites. Back with that more after this. Giant FM and RTC TV4.
Is it in there? I was wondering why is it saying
I'll look. We'll look at halftime.
Back deep for the Satellites, 89, Brandon Young, and number 4. Set to kick for the Cavaliers, number 5, Tucker Fisher.
Back here at Culver High School. That scoring drive being brought to you by the Insulation Guys. Nice time that time by the Culver Cavaliers.
Hey, 11 plays, 66 yards, capped by a Shane Schumann 5-yard touchdown run.
Cavaliers got that goose egg off the board. Now Tucker Fisher back to kick. And the kick goes to 4, which is Turco, who presided, I think. And he's still on his feet. Finally going to be brought down about the 42-yard line. He is a quick. He gets that first step, and he's gone.
Yep. Don't get
Noah
same
Pratt
thing
on
we
the
had last
tackle.
week. Don't kick
Number
to
4
him.
on the return.
So the Satellites will start on the
Satellites have the ball
41-yard
on
line
their own 41-yard line.
with 5.5 to go. A 14-8 lead over the Cavaliers.
All right, the Cavaliers really need to step up
Yeah.
right here and get a stop.
Gilsick with the spread. They've got them all over the place in the backfield. Gilsick out with a shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Gilsick pitches back to the near side. And here comes Oman. Oman on the sort of a reverse. Oman stutter steps, and then he's going to finally be knocked out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
Out of bounds.
They faked the handoff to Hudspeth going around the other way, and Oman comes out of, I don't know where he came out of, the line somewhere in that mess, and got the pitch.
Well, the Cavalier nose guard almost took the pitch away. That's how it was kind of broken, and he shook that tackle off. The nose tackle didn't know whether to grab the ball or
Right.
grab the player. He should have grabbed the player. Oman got around the corner for a big run.
So it'll be another first down being brought to you by Odell Lumber for South Central. Gilsick out of the spread. Yep, Gilsick keeps that one. And he goes to the right side. Gilsick turns it back inside. And he's going to have another
Blitzik
first
on
down.
the carry. Tackle by Fisher.
That one
And
was
76.
in the hands of, let's see, number 4.
Officials
That's
spot
his
the ball at
brother,
the Cavalier 15
Brady
yard
Gilsick.
line.
He
First
just
and 10
took it out of
Satellites.
his bread basket, and he kept it, and probably a good thing because he ended up with a first down. But we have another first down being brought to you by Odell Lumber.
Just big chunk after big chunk there, South Central. I mean, since that first touchdown run, that's all it's been.
Apologies there for technical difficulties. As Gilsick now in the backfield, he's going to be
Gilsick
finally
on
brought
the
down,
carry.
and it's going to be a loss.
Tackled by Marquez Anderson.
Loss of 2 on the
And
sack.
number 72, Austin Reno Zahner.
So another loss. It'll be second and about 12. with 4:50 to go here in the first half before halftime.
That's the first since the touchdown.
Yeah.
That's the first play that has gone for less than 14 yards.
17-yard line, second down.
Second
and 12.
and 12 from the 17 of the Cavaliers. Gilsey up under, or out of the shotgun. Spread, and he looks to throw this time up over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Pass, incomplete.
The intended receiver
Number 88, Brendan Carr.
was number 88, Brendan Carr. And just off his fingertips. That was a quick snap and quick throw.
And those are the ones where you hold, as a coach, you hold your breath because he hits him on the fingertips. And if somebody's looking that's in a black jersey and gets underneath that, we may be talking about 6 going the other way.
So for the first time, I think, tonight, Culver has forced a third down for South Central.
And this is a big third down.
Yes,
right
big
here.
third down.
Huge.
Gilsey up out of the shotgun. He hands off to his brother, Brady.
Number
Brady
4
Gilsey.
on the carry. Tackled by Shane Schumann.
And he does not get the first
And
down,
number
so that'll bring up a
76,
fourth
Hunter
down.
Evans.
Wow.
He picks up about 6. It's going to be, or 7. It'll be fourth and
Ball will
about
be placed
4.
on the 9-yard line.
Sitting at the
It'll be
9-yard
fourth
line.
down and 4.
Brady Wynn, Justin Bach, glad you could join us here this evening from Culver High School. Big fourth down here. The Cavaliers can hold 3:49, and remember, Culver gets the ball back to start the third quarter.
Yeah, so you get a stop here, and you can do what you can to, finish out the quarter, and then you start right back over again. That puts South Central's defense on the field for a long time, but you gotta get this fourth down right here.
Got to get a stop. Out of the spread, Gilsick sends a man in motion. Pitch.
Broken play.
Broken play. Comes to the near side, and he's going to try to get the first down.
Oh, he stepped out.
But he did get the first down, and they're going to
Gilsick
mark
on the
him out
carry.
of bounds at about the 1, maybe 2-yard line.
Ball
Brady
is
Gilsick
placed
just
on the 4-yard
had a
line.
nice block. Kind of a broken play. Brady Gilsick. That's about
It
the
will
second
be
or
a
third
first
time they've had broken
and
plays,
goal.
and they've ended up with something positive out of it.
Officials timeout.
The officials take a equipment timeout. And as Brendan Carr took his helmet off, so he has to come out. They'll replace him.
South Central ball.
So it's first and goal in the
Cavalier 4-yard line.
red zone,
First
being
and
brought to you
goal
by
for the satellite.
Evans Agency LLC.
Got to keep him out of the end zone.
Brady Gilsick out of the shotgun. And the handoff right back up the middle, and it's going to be stopped. Big line that time for the defensive line.
Tackled by a host of Cavaliers, headed by
That stop, the
Evans.
receiver, the runner, was Hayden Turkto.
No gain on the
So
play.
it's still
Second down
second
and
down
goal.
and
From
goal
the 4.
from the 4-yard line. But they are bringing Carr back in, so we'll see if they try to go over the top maybe.
Yeah.
A little play action. And they line up Carr on the left to send a man in motion. Gilsick, and he's going to try to break it in himself, and he
Gilsick
cannot.
on the carry
No sign yet. There it is on the second effort.
for a satellite
Brady Gilsick with a
touchdown.
4-yard run will put the Satellites on the board again with 2:27 to go here in the first half.
The outside linebacker there kind of waited for him to come to him instead of going up. There was nobody between him and the outside
Been on for
linebacker
the extra
to
point.
come up and hit him there. If he'd have come up and hit him, probably wouldn't be in the end zone right now.
That's it with the extra point on the way. And the kick is up, and it is good.
Been good. After
And
2
2 minutes and 27 seconds
mark
to go before halftime.
of the second
West Central
quarter.
leads now 21-8
It's
here
South Central
at
21, your
Culver
Cavaliers
High
8.
School. Well, we'll talk more coming up about some things coming on your way next Friday night. Is a busy Friday night at Barnhart Field. We'll talk about that coming up. in the halftime show. The halftime show coming up here in a little bit, being brought to you by Giretti's Place. So I hope you stay with us for that as well.
And that's really the kickoff to all of the Zebra athletics next week.
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah.
we're really going to be starting with soccer and volleyball and all that.
Yeah,
Everybody's going to be at their best spot.
I think some golf got underway earlier this week, but as far as the other sports, just getting their 10 practices in, so they'll be going. We'll talk more about that coming up in the Giretti's Place halftime show. Here at Culver High School, again on the Woodlawn Hospital scoreboard, 21-8 South Central on top of Culver with 2:27 to go here before halftime. Randy Wynn, Justin Bach. Again, we want to thank Culver for allowing us here tonight, and Culver TV for allowing us to do the play-by-play for them.
Yeah, this has been great hospitality, and it really has been a good football game.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're right. I mean, and unfortunately on the scoreboard is the only place that really is a negative right now for Culver.
yeah, but we're playing, like Coach Zahner said, they're playing football. They're getting better. That last drive was a very good drive, so let's see if they can put another one together.
And the kickoff is Jalen King with the return, and he's going to bring it back to about the 44-yard line as he brings it to the near side. Nice run by Jalen King.
I'm impressed with that kid. He's got a lot of speed, pretty tough kid. You know, he's leading them tonight, 10 carries for 67 yards. Schumann's got 10 carries for 63 yards so far.
Cavaliers will have the ball.
That's your mix right there. There's three guys that have touched the football for the Cavaliers, Schumann, Thompson, and King, and that's where we're at.
First and 10 for the Cavaliers, hoping to maybe get in the end zone before half with 2:16 to go. Fisher up under center. Fisher turns around, hands it off to Thompson. Thompson to the line, and he'll fall forward for about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8 now for the Cavaliers.
Mulligan on the tackle, ball spotted.
2 minutes to go. We're probably going to have to try to put something up in the air. I don't know if coach will do that or not, but you know, Culver's not built for 2-minute offense.
No huddle, and it goes right back up the middle, and nothing there this time.
King on
that
the
was
carry.
King. Yeah, he'll get 1, and it'll bring up 3rd and 7 as Culver. They did the no huddle last time, but they will come back and get in the huddle this time with 1:33 to go here before halftime.
7.5.
And they do get the ball at the start of the quarter, so I think what Coach Zahner's thinking here, let's not turn the ball over and give them another shot at the end zone.
Quick snap right back up the middle again, and still on his feet. Schumann to the 50.
And that kid is a load. He runs hard every play.
And the clock continues to roll. 60 seconds to go before half. Culver's calling the play from the line. Fisher comes up under center. Fisher. Quick snap. Nope, he's going to check off. They audible at the line. 17 on the play clock. Fisher, long count. He's looking to audible again. Not real happy with that play call apparently as 6. They're going to let it run down, and they're going to call a timeout right before the end. And there it is. Culver will call a timeout with 1 on the play clock. We'll take 1 as well. When we come back, we'll have the final of the first half. You're listening to Culver Football, Giant FM Sports, and Culver TV. Back here at Culver High School as the Cavaliers call the timeout. Kind of playing the strategy here for the last 28 seconds.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is run the play. What he did, he called it down so they can run a play and then run out the clock.
Yeah. So with 28 seconds to go before halftime, Culver trailing 21-8. And looks like they're just going to go ahead and punt it away here on 4th down. Fisher takes it out of bounds. And we do have a flag in the backfield.
Spotted at the South Central.
Running in the punter.
We got a flag on the play. They're going to throw it at the 49.
Line.
Holding against Culver.
The Cavaliers.
I'm sure South Central will take that penalty and make them re-kick it.
Where he threw the flag, I almost thought it was a running into the punter because I didn't see. I was watching the ball, but of course it's a holding, so another penalty there for the Cavs.
We'll see what they.
Let's go, Captain! Let's go! Let's go, Captain! Let's go! Let's go, Captain! Let's go! Let's go, Captain!
And waiting on the official here to give us a signal.
Officials will mark off the
They're going to
penalty.
mark it off, so holding against Culver. And so we will mark that off. And
the 38-yard line.
now they're going to blow it.
Fisher
Now
back to
South
punt
Central
again.
wants a timeout.
Timeout.
24
Satellite.
seconds remain, and we'll keep this one here. And we'll run down, again, a host of our sponsors, and we appreciate them. We wouldn't be here without them tonight, including Jennings Insurance Agency in Argus and Rochester, going beyond the expected for you. Fulton County Solid Waste, don't trash our future, please recycle. Steve Moore Insurance, small town, big service. The Fulton County Republicans, remember to vote Republican in the upcoming November election. Putz Bar and Grill, great food, drinks, and friendly people. Draddy's Place, home of the Other Side Grill and Arlington Banquet Room. Outdoor power equipment station, sales and service right in your backyard. LA Roofing LLC, working for our customers on their schedule. And the By Pulaski Memorial Hospital, connecting with you, excellent healthcare providers. Again, we want to thank those sponsors and all of our sponsors for making high school football possible here on Giant FM all season
Back
long.
from the satellites, 89, Brandon Young.
24 seconds to go before the halftime, and
number
we'll have
4.
the Draddy's Place halftime show coming up here at halftime. As here's the punt again by Fisher. Fisher, a little spinning one. It comes all the way over here, and it looks like it'll be marked off at about
Fisher's punt into
the
the cheerleaders.
48-yard line.
That ref's being generous. He didn't want to run back the other way. I know it.
At the
Because
South
that-
Central
That went out of bounds way
Yeah.
before that.
48.
They're going to go ahead and say, yep, that's good,
First and 10, satellites.
as they'll mark it first and 10 now
18.3 seconds
for
left in the half.
the Satellites. 18 seconds to go here before halftime. Yeah, Coach Zahner's talking to him. Thank you. He
Yeah.
says.
So the safeties and the corners need to be really smart right here because number 80 is tall and can high point the ball. So
Out of the shotgun.
Hudspeth is the wide receiver
Yep,
on the
here
far
they are,
side.
back to pass. He unleashes it deep on the right side and just out of the
Pass
stretch
incomplete.
of number 80 Hudspeth.
Boy,
He had an
Glisick has a
Bring up
cannon.
the
He does.
Whoa.
play. 12.4
I mean,
seconds.
Hudspeth has some
Left
speed,
in
and
the
he
half.
out-threw him.
Yeah, he was about 6 yards away from the defender, and then the ball was another probably 6 yards away from Hudspeth. So, woof.
12.4 seconds to go. We're going to see that probably again if they don't come the other direction to Carr. We'll wait and see. Gilsick will come out of the shotgun. Now they got Hudspeth and Carr on the same side. Twins to the far side. Out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Gilsick. Here comes pressure. He's got time. He rolls out. Here comes a flag. And he fires a rocket, and it's going to be incomplete. But we do have a flag. I imagine it's going to be
Holding.
Ian Brown on the coverage. Penalty on the
As the
play.
official is talking to South Central. And it
Holding.
is a hold.
On the satellites.
It'd be neat to see this
4.7
Glisick kid,
seconds left in the
what
half.
he does if he could stay in the pocket and set his feet and throw. Because when
Double
we
back
saw him,
the satellites
like he's
up.
got a cannon, but when he rolls out, he's not as not very accurate, and he can't get his hips rotated enough to get that pass down. So
Spot foul, so that'll be from
Spot
the
the ball
market
at
off
the
from
30.
the 42-yard line. So it should be about the 32, 33-yard line.
South Central
So it's going to
33-yard
be
line.
3rd and forever here with 4 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 25.
Don't relax if you're the Cavaliers. Play this play.
You definitely want to play here because he's got a gun. 2nd and 25, and he's just going to take a knee. And that'll do it for the first half.
Knee, and that'll be it for the first half.
At the end of the first half, it's South Central 21, Cavaliers of Culver 8. When we come back, it'll be time for the Giretti's halftime show, where we'll have stats. We'll talk about what's coming up next week, and who knows what else we'll have to talk about.
We'll
here
have
at halftime.
something.
Giretti's halftime on the way. Again, at Culver High School, 21-8 South Central on top of the Cavaliers. Back with more after this. Giant FM Sports and RTC TV4. Pioneers up 8-0.
Shocking.
Try the other side. Going after this.
Okay.
back here at Culver High School as we are at halftime with a score of 21-8. This halftime show is going to be brought to you by Dreddy's Place, home of the Other Side Grill and the Arlington Banquet Room. Check out team meals, to-go box lunches, and full coffee bar, now featuring bubble teas. That's Dreddy's Place of Rochester. Well, 21-8 here at halftime, and really three big plays for South Central. Culver really dominating probably most of the other stats if you look at it as far as time of possession, yards, and everything else, but just defensively they don't have an answer right now for South Central.
No, the big play has really hurt the Cavaliers tonight. First three plays of the game, I thought, okay, we're going to get into something probably going to be a little bit low scoring. And then South Central just hit a home run, and it's been home run after that. Their longest drive was the last touchdown drive of 9 plays. So, Zahner's got the Cavaliers have the advantage on, like I said, time of possession and plays, but they're not holding it on the scoreboard. But you look at it, you come out here, you get a touchdown, you're still in the ball game, Randy. So it's not out of reach.
You got stats. Go ahead and give us the first half stats.
Yeah, we'll start with South Central. We'll go individual to start off with. Jacob Oman has 3 carries for 78 yards and a touchdown run of 47 yards. Brendan Carr has the most carries for them. He's got, not Brendan Carr. Glissick has the most carries for them, 7 for 34 yards. And then Truco has 1 carry for 85 yards, a pretty good average.
Big 85 yards.
Yeah, and a touchdown. Glissick on the passing is 1 of 5 for 25 yards, and Trent Hudspeth caught that 25-yard pass. So as a team, South Central has 197 yards rushing, 25 passing for 222 yards, 3 penalties for 20 yards, and 0 turnovers. For the Cavaliers, let's see, 3 guys have stats. So Schumann is leading the way. Schumann and Jalen King both have 11 carries of 68 yards. Blake Thompson has 5 carries for 15 yards. Fisher is 0 for 1 passing for no yards. So for the Cavaliers, 151 yards rushing, 0 passing for a total of 151 yards, 3 penalties for 30 yards, and 0 turnovers. So Randy, turnovers are 0-0. So we've had no mistakes there. Penalties, second week, both teams only have 3 penalties throughout the first half. So it's the big play for South Central that is winning the ball game, because everything else is pretty even.
Well, and that's what Coach Zahner mentioned too in the pregame, that we couldn't give up the big play, and unfortunately tonight a couple different ones by a couple different people.
Yeah, and it's the spread. I mean, that's what a spread does, especially to a young football team. It gives you those lanes to run in, whereas, in practice, the Cavs are a too tight 3-back group, and splits are tighter, and so, it's going to throw you off. They have to make adjustments. Coach Zahner's been in this game a long time. He'll make adjustments and hopefully get out here in the second half, get on the scoreboard, and be right back in it.
Again, at the halftime show being brought to you by Dreddy's Place, it's 21-8. The Cavaliers trail South Central. We got a couple scores to pass along. I do anyways. I haven't been able to get too many more, but I did have Pioneer over Chesterton, 8-0 over Chesterton in the first quarter. Peru beating Whitco. My first day on the radio. Peru beating Whitco 28-14 in the third quarter. So a big win for Peru if they can get that, and Whitco coming into Rochester next Friday night for Rochester's TRC opener, senior night, and first game of the season.
Yeah, and like I said, we were talking about this before the pregame. So
Michael Skiles.
The thing there's advantages and disadvantages to anything in life, and for the Zebras, so we haven't played the first 2 games. We're probably 12 practices behind everybody else, but here's the good thing. We haven't been hitting as much as all the other teams.
Right.
the Whitco's schedule to start off with is pretty tough. I kind of talked to Drew Bach today. If I'm a coach and I had to choose for next week, I'd much rather drive the shiny car that hasn't have any miles on it yet, and then than what Whitco has. So it's we're going to see a team that's playing their third game and first game, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on next week, Randy, in that football game. But it should be fun, to be back at Barney and to see our Zebras out on the field.
8-0 over Chesterton.
Again, next Friday night, the home opener, season opener for the Zebras, as they will play host to a TRC foe Whitco, who is trailing right now 28-14 to the Peru Tigers. As we check our media and see if we can come up with some other scores from around the area. Again, we want to thank Val and Steve for giving us some scores as well. And, of course, my wife giving scores of the Peru game. Yep, nothing really popping up right
Logan
now.
Logan Sports beating Northwestern 14-0.
Yep. Wow,
Kind of one of those games you would probably never see if it wasn't a COVID type of year. But nice to see those two schools hooking up and getting after it.
Wabash leads 6-0 after one.
South Adams leads Lewis Cass, another of Rochester's sectional teams. South Adams leading Cass 21-0
In soccer, Argus boys soccer team defeats Faith Christian 5-0.
North Miami.
Thanks to Val on that one as well. Tippecanoe Valley leads Northfield 12-3. That score at halftime. Let's see. Well, nope, I thought I had a Triton score, but I don't have.
I guess show up and see who we play. I'm not sure.
South Ridge over Boonville 21-0. Just in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
That was a
That's a good one.
Yeah, a little far down south. Again, we're at the Dreddy's Place halftime show, home of the Other Side Grill in the Arlington Banquet Room. Check out team meals, to-go box lunches, and a full coffee bar. Now featuring bubble teas. That's Dreddy's Place in Rochester. We'll come back. We'll set the second half for you here in a minute. You're listening to Culver Cavalier Football on Giant FM Sports and Culver TV.
Start time, 10 o'clock for the JV tourney tomorrow at Triton High School.
Triton High School.
The press box is full this evening. If you care, the game is being carried on WKBI, WROI, and Cavalier TV. Fans, please make sure to use your masks and social distance when possible. Please sit in family units. If you're not with a family, please distance yourself. Thank you. Halftime score, Mishawaka Marion 14, Knox Redskins 6. Fans, you still have 2 minutes to visit our award-winning concession stand located beyond the north end zone of Cavalier Field. Try a holly dog and a box of popcorn.
Oh, it's always a prize. I think that deserves an award-winning.
How easy it was to go to Radio Shack or order one of those. I figured he could do that. Actually, we'll give you our 2 cords that don't work for
Welcome back to Culver High School. As you know, the press box is never a dull moment.
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's never a dull moment when you come to Culver High School, and the hospitality here is outstanding.
Second to none.
Second to none. I've been to a camp that said that on a pair of shorts. Second to none. Hey, we're at halftime here at the Drudy's Place. Halftime as we're getting ready to start the second half. The nice part is if you're Culver, you're down 2 scores, but you get the ball back. You can cut that here real quick if you play smart.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be. You're not going to get everything back in one play.
Right.
And Culver's not built that way. So the biggest thing is put another good drive together, put it in the end zone, and then you've got to make a stop. They have not. Again, they did not stop North Judson last week on any possessions. They have not stopped South Central this week. So to get that defensive mojo going, they're going to they need to stop.
One other score we do have here at halftime: Mishawaka Marion 14, Knox 6.
If that tells you how good Knox is, I'm going to tell you, Mishawaka Marion is loaded.
Yeah.
So Radke's got his footprint on that Knox team, and for Coach Zahner, like you said, this week is important because they get Knox next week, and it does not get any easier after that.
Yes, it will not. As we let's go ahead and take a look at that schedule for Culver coming up. As I grab my handy dandy night folder, and like you said, Knox next Friday night, and then they go home back here to Culver High School for West Central. Then they're at Triton, and then back home with Winamac, Caston, and then on the road with Pioneer, and round out the regular season hosting LaVille.
There's a lot of winnable games on there, but they're not going to be easy wins.
They're not going to be just show up and win.
No, because you're not going to sit there. The last couple of years, everybody circle Caston. We saw Caston like, hey, they're going to play hard.
Yeah.
So you walk in there thinking, oh, we're going to just, we're going to mow them over. West Central, like we talked about last week, has some players. Yeah. But when you talk about Knox and Winamac, the blue bloods of this conference, this is an important half, and hopefully we can, Culver can get it going and make a game out of this here in the second half.
Well, that's going to do it for the Drudy's halftime show. Again, home of the Other Side Grill, Arlington Banquet Room. Check out team meals and to-go box lunches and the full coffee bar, now featuring bubble teas. That's Drudy's Place in Rochester. Well, Justin, what are your keys? If you were Coach Zahner in this locker room, what do you say you need to do this first possession to start the second half?
To my offense, I'm going to say continue doing what you're doing. Hold on to the ball. We haven't made any mental mistakes yet. Let's get a good long drive together and put in the end zone. On my defensive side, I'm turning, and most of those kids playing offense are playing defense. Right. I'm going to challenge them and say, look, you haven't stopped your grandma this year yet. Now it's time. It's time we need to get a score and a stop, and we're right in this football game. So it's Coach Zahner, God love him. We've known him for years, former Rochester coach. He knows how to push those buttons, and these kids are going to play hard for him.
So, again, we get ready to start here the second half. It'll be Culver Cavalier football to start off. Again, join us tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock for Coach's Corner here on Giant FM as we'll talk to, I almost said Zebra head coach. That'll be in the next week. Yeah, as Sean Kelly will join us next week. And hopefully so will Mark Hendricks or John Hendricks, one of them, will be joining us from Winamac as they will get back in action next Friday night as well, as they have been off these first 2 weeks as well. But join us tomorrow. Mike Zahner and Will Porter of the Caston Comets will be joining us on Coach's Corner tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
You got to love the Culver, the music playing tonight. They just had Kiss on. Come on. This place is awesome.
Well, I know the DJ guy. He's kind of crazy like that.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
So as we get ready to start here the second half.
Now, of course, the kids were all looking around like, what was that?
Yeah.
But, what do they know?
They know Shane. they know he's probably played that music before.
Back deep for the Cavaliers, number 30, Blake Thompson.
Speaking of coaches, a host of coaching changes here at Culver as well. Kyle Evans taking over the boys program, and Shane Lowry taking over the girls program. And guess what? They're both up here in the press box working.
And the programs are in good hands. Coach Zahner is the athletic director here.
Emiliano Ortiz,
Made good
also
hires.
back for the
Culver's going to
Cavaliers.
be okay for the next few years.
Jalen King will take the kick on the second half here. Oh, nope, that is Sue. That's Ortiz. That's Ortiz, my apologies. Another one with a 0 at the end.
Yeah.
Ortiz on the return.
Start the return man, and they're going to get him
Tackled by
back
number
to
44,
about
Matt
the
Mulligan.
20-yard line. As that's, we're going to mark it.
Officials
25?
spot the ball
Yep.
at the
23.
23-yard
Okay.
line.
Like I say, they got too many
First and
footballs
10
thrown
Cavaliers.
around out there. We're going side to side. 23-yard line is where the Cavaliers will start on the Woodlawn Hospital scoreboard. Trailing 21-8 here in the third quarter. Rainy Wind, Justin Bott, glad you could join us here this evening.
Check that
As
for Patty Harrell, 22-yard line.
Tucker Fisher brings the line and the handoff right back up the middle. And I believe
Schumann on the carry.
Schumann had that one. Yes, right up the middle.
Officials slot the
And
ball
a
at
4-yard pickup, so it'll be second down and 6.
the 26
Big run that time
line.
for Schumann. That, usually you see Schumann going around the outside, but he decided to go right back up the middle on that one, and very successful in the 4-yard
Yeah,
run.
I mean, and that's what
Riley
Zahner
on the
needs,
tackle.
3 yards. That's all he's asking out of these guys,
Bring up
3
the
yards.
second
But
down play
that
for the
kid
Cavaliers.
he runs hard, and when he hits you, I mean, he got tackled, but I don't know if it was, you can count it as a tackle.
The handoff comes to the near side, and that's going to be 30. That
One
is
person
Blake
on the carry.
Thompson. Thompson around
Tackled
the
by
near
number
side. He
89,
picks up a
Brandon
couple
Young.
more. That'll be third and short now for the Cavaliers.
Spot the ball on the Cavalier 29-yard
Very,
line.
very
Third down
manageable
and
here,
3.
third down. And like you said, just talking about 3.
Yeah, and you can't give them, I don't know what Coach Zahner will do, but if they don't get it here, I would probably go for it if it's a couple yards.
And the handoff, Fisher right back up the middle to Schumann. Schumann still on his feet, and he falls forward, and it will be another first down. Being brought to you by Odell Lumber, superior quality
He'll pick
and
up a
service.
Cavalier first down.
That's that. Then or just give it to Schumann. He'll get your 3.5
Officials
yards.
spot
Yeah.
the ball on the
Well, you know,
Cavalier
when you go
34-yard line.
3-3-3 or 4,
First and 10 Cavaliers.
that's, I mean, that's the nice part about the type of offense that Coach Zahner runs. That's all you need. 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, it's just stay above the chains. Don't
Yep.
make mistakes. Stay in front of the chains. You'll be fine.
Everyone in tight again. Fisher up under center. Fisher. The handoff goes to Schumann, I believe, on the right side. And he's still on his feet. Still
Schumann on
battling.
the carry.
As nice fake by Fisher, because a lot of the South Central
Yep.
guys thought it was coming over here to either
Postal
Thompson or
satellites on the
King.
tackle.
And he picks up about 5 yards, so
one to
it'll
get
be
up was
second and
58,
5.
Bruce.
And it's not flashy. It's just,
No. It's
just
hard
a
work 5.
Hard nosed.
Yeah.
And that's like I
Officials spot
said.
the ball at
That's all
the
they need.
And
Don't
you-
make a mistake.
You know the even
39-yard
more
line,
impressive
second
part?
down and 5.
The kid's got a 10 by his name.
I
He's
know.
just a sophomore.
Just wait. 2 years from now, he's already a stud.
And the handoff comes to the near side. This time it's Thompson. Thompson breaks one tackle. Thompson breaks another.
Thompson
Across
on
the
the carry.
45 and finally going to be brought down to about the 49-yard line.
30,
Another
Dylan
first down
Riley.
for the Cavaliers.
12, Hayden
Another
Frisco.
good run right there. He made a nice little cut, covered up the ball
a Cavalier
right as he got
first
hit.
down.
So, hey, 10 yards later, you're in business.
That first down being brought to you by Odell Lumber, and not
Officials
just
spot the ball at the Cavalier 49-yard line.
Cavaliers
First
will
and
have it
10.
now first and 10 from their own 49 with 9:22 to go here in the third quarter. Randy Went, Justin Bach from Culver High School. Fisher will bring the squad out of the huddle with 22 on the play clock. Quick snap, the handoff right back up the middle to Schumann. Schumann still on his feet, crosses midfield,
Schumann
and
on
finally
the
going to be
carry.
brought down about the 45 of South Central. And another
Tackled
6-yard
by
pickup. It'll be second and 4.
Alpha
15 carries for him tonight for 85 yards. He's a workhorse.
He's going to be the
Officials
one
spot
that's
the
going to
ball
cause
at
me
the
to
South
have
Central
my
45
stat sheet
yard
all
line.
messed up.
Yeah,
Second down
I'll
and
try my
4.
best, buddy.
So second down and about 4 from the 45-yard line of South Central. Fisher and the Cavaliers come to the line with 15. Full house backfield. The handoff right back up the middle again to Schumann. Schumann still on his feet, breaks a tackle across the 30. Into
Schumann on
the
the carry for a Cavalier
deep
first
into
down.
South Central territory, and he's going to be marked down about the 21-yard line. A huge
Coleman.
pickup for
And number 4.
25 yards. That put him over 100.
That was just head down and right up the gut.
And that's a speed play right there where you got a double team there at the line of scrimmage. He just ran right off their butt and was into the secondary quickly.
Fisher brings the squad up to the line. Quick snap again. This one goes off to Thompson. Thompson on the left side, a flag coming in. And unfortunately, in the area of holding, it'll probably come back. The flag is going to be thrown at about the 19-yard line. So hold is the call. Again, the flag at the 19-yard line. So that'll mark it back. So they'll have to regroup. Hey, the good news is you got positive yards going, so you don't want to really let this down. You got to get right back on the horse and go.
Yeah, and I mean those are the type of plays you just as a lineman you got to be thinking. Keep your hands inside, push them, get them. Don't pull them. Don't help the satellites. They don't need your help.
So second down and about 16, 17 yards. Fisher up under center. The handoff to Schumann. Schumann still up the middle. Schumann still on his feet. Inside the 30. Down inside the 20 now as he's finally brought down. Picks up plenty of that, and he's really back to the line where it was.
Officials stop the ball at the
nice run there to get it.
19-yard line. Second down and 8.
So second and 8 now from the 19.
Another 8 yards for him. I mean, he's having a ball game.
Clock continues to roll. We're at 7:35 here to go in the third quarter.
Haven't seen Jalen King touch the ball here in the second half, so that he's due.
Fisher up under center. And there it is.
Right on cue.
King around the right side. King's got room. King in the end zone.
There we go.
Culver.
Nice job.
Touchdown.
Did you have a mic right into Coach Zahner on that one?
Yeah, great minds think alike, buddy.
And great move by Jalen around the right side. Jalen King, the junior, getting Culver on the board in the first possession of the third quarter.
And that was big. So what did you see? That was the 9th play of the drive. You get 8 plays right up the middle, and then the 9th off to the right side for a touchdown.
And they'll go for 2 here. Fisher bring on the line. Out of the full house. And the handoff is to Thompson, and Thompson is in for 2 more. 21-14 now. With 7 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third. It's now 21-16 on the Woodlawn Hospital scoreboard, where care and compassion meet. Woodlawn Hospital, your proud scoreboard supporter this year. We'll keep it here as we'll talk about that one. That was, like you said, 9 plays, boom, 8 plays, boom, 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 right up the middle, and then Jalen just broke that one outside and really never got touched.
Yeah, and he, they kind of the same mechanisms that they did it with Thompson there in the first half, and even Schumann there, up the middle, then onto the right side. So that was that scoring drive, 9 plays, 77 yards, capped off by a 19-yard Jalen King touchdown.
That scoring drive being brought to you by the Insulation Guys, your hometown certified insulation service provider. This kickoff being brought to you by the Manitou Moose Lodge 1107. Come out and enjoy family fun at the Moose as Fisher will get ready to kick off after the touchdown.
We got a ball game, Randy. I know it may not feel like it because of all the big plays that the Satellites have had tonight, but it's a 5-point ball game. It's a possession.
So what we talked about at halftime, Coach Zahner's first possession paid off. The talk worked. Now we'll see if the talk worked for the defensive side.
The second down's the second part, and it's the part that's been your Achilles heel for 6 quarters.
So we will wait at the kickoff here by Tucker Fisher. As back deep looks like Carr and I believe that is Chuko. And the kick goes to Carr. Carr go right up the middle. Carr, he's got speed. He's got one man he beats. Carr still on his feet. Carr, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown on the kickoff. No flags. It'll stand, and he just ran that thing right back up the middle.
Yep, 85 yards. 80.
They're giving him 89. Yes.
Yep.
Wow. Great kick. He kicked away from the Turco kid because he's the one that has really been killing you on those returns. But you forget and you don't stop the other man.
Yeah, the South Central has a ton of speed. I mean, a ton of speed.
And
on for the extra point.
I mean, that's a backbreaker right there.
Hudspeth for the extra point. Hudspeth waiting on the snap. And there's the whistle. Snap is down and back, and the hold is up, and kick is good. And it is now 28-16 with 7 minutes to go. 6:59 here to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back after this. We'll talk more about the third quarter. Giant FM Sports and Culver TV. Back here at Culver High School, and man, you just take time, you make a great offensive play to come out and start the third quarter, and then you get this dagger.
There's 3 facets to a football game. Any coach will tell you, you know, offense, defense, and special teams. So, you know, the Satellites have just lived tonight by the big play, whether it be on special teams or on offense. And when the Cavaliers take one step forward, it seems like the next play or next series they take a step back with the Satellites and their big plays.
So the kick, after that, being brought to you by Manitou Moose Lodge, 11:07 on that kickoff. And then Jalen in the backcourt.
Turn it up.
Jalen with the kickoff. Jalen across the 40. Finally going to be brought down about the 45-yard line. Nice return by Jalen King. Hopefully maybe that'll give him a little spark there.
Yep, and you know, hey, it's great field position. Again, you score, you're only a possession down. So, you know, at some point tonight, the Culver defense or special teams are going to have to make a play.
Peru over Whitco, 35-14. Cavaliers now up under center. Tucker Fisher. Quick snap. The handoff to Schumann right up the middle. Schumann still on his feet. Schumann across midfield. Schumann finally going to be brought down about the 48-yard line of South Central. And that'll be 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3.
18 carries, 125 yards for Shane Schumann tonight. And Jalen King, you know, he's 12 carries for 87 yards.
Brings up a 2nd down play.
As clock continues to roll, 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Randy Wynn, Justin Bott, glad you could join us here at Culver High School. We've seen, first 2 weeks, we've seen some excellent football.
We have. We really have. With everything going on, that's a tip to the cap to the kids and the coaches.
The handoff again to Schumann. Schumann still on his feet across the 45, and another first down going to be brought to you by Odell Lumber. And then that one will be marked down about the 44-yard line.
So this is what I'm going to do, Randy, since we're going to.
You're going to change the numbers?
Yeah.
There you go.
We're going to put Shane down. He's going to get his own another line on the spreadsheet here tonight.
He's going to need it after one more carry.
Yeah.
And we do have a timeout, official timeout.
Officials timeout.
Not sure. Yep, let's get the chains ready.
Chains are set.
Chain gang was trailing behind a little bit.
Back in.
So Fisher back up under center. Fisher, a handoff to Thompson. Thompson crosses over the 43-yard line and finally going to be brought down about the 42.
You want to gain a 3, 2 or 3? Yeah.
Yep, we'll give him 3, 2nd and 7.
And that's where he's been at all night. He's Coach Zahner's 3 to 5 yard type of back right there.
2nd and 7 now for the Cavaliers with the clock rolling at 5:15 to go here in the third quarter. Fisher, the handoff to Jalen. Jalen around the right side, cuts it back in. Ball's loose, and still loose, and Culver did pick it up.
That was lucky.
I believe Culver still got it.
Carry, fumble on the play.
The one thing that I just saw out of that Coach Zahner will not like if he sees
Picked up by
The
the
film.
the
Cavaliers.
film was Jalen jumping up and down instead of going to get the football. I mean, you've got to fall on it if you drop it.
Yeah, he can't, and he knows it, and he's coming back to the
38-yard
line, and
line
I'm
will
sure
bring
that'll
up
be
a
a
third
teaching
down
moment
and 4 play.
film, and that's the way those things are. He still gained 4 yards.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's humid out. It's still humid. I mean, that ball, I'm sure the grass is humid, so you just got to stay focused.
It rained, just wrap it up. 2 hands, wrap it up.
So now in the backfield will be, I believe, 76. And the handoff is right up the middle to Schumann. Schumann again, another first
Schumann
down.
on the carry.
Man, that kid, he's carrying 5-6 guys with him every time.
He is. Shane
First down
Schumann,
marker for a Cavalier.
another first down, being brought to you by Odell Lumber. And that mark will be down at the
Tackled by a couple
31-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 31 of the Satellites.
That's his 20th carry for 139 yards tonight.
He's a hoss, man.
And he's going to, and like you said, sophomore.
Balls on the South Central 31-yard line.
Don't forget, coming up at the end of the night, we'll have the Steve Moore Insurance Player of the Game. And coming around the near side is Thompson. Thompson still on his feet.
Thompson
Finally
on
going to
the
be brought
carry.
down about the 24-yard line.
Tackled by Mulligan.
It's about 7-yard gain for him. That's a good
Official
one.
spot the ball at the
2nd
South Central
and 3 now
24-yard
for the
line.
Cavaliers.
Won't it be nice to
Second
hear
down
Steve's voice
and
next week when
3.
we're at the game?
Here, old Stevie Moore back in action at Barnhart Field. 2nd and 7, 3:50 to go here in the third. 28-16. South Central still on top of the Cavaliers. South Central with some quick scoring moves. Culver taking their time on their scoring moves, getting lots of plays and eating the clock, but not able to get any
Schumann on the
stops.
carry.
Schumann with another first down, being brought to you by Odell Lumber.
We'll move the
Right back up the middle
sticks
again.
For another Cavalier.
Kind of where he's made his home here tonight,
Man, I
is
tell
right
ya.
back up the middle.
I tell you, another
This will
4
spot the
yards.
ball at the South Central 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Cavaliers.
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers in the Evans Agency Red Zone, being brought to you by Evans Agency, helping you with your insurance needs today and tomorrow. One of the first times we've actually been in the red zone.
Yeah.
Everything else has gone through the red zone.
Yep. 9th play of the drive right here.
And the handoff goes to Schumann again. Schumann bounces off of one defender, comes around the left side,
Schumann on the carry.
still dodges forward for about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now for the
This will
Cavaliers.
spot the ball on the South Central 17-yard line.
So it's at the 17.
They gave him 3,
Well, they did give him 3. Okay.
Check that.
which has been
For Patty Harrell. It's on the 18-yard
his
line.
play tonight. He's had 1 carry for less than, or 2.
Fisher up under center again. Fisher to Jalen.
Nice cut.
Jalen cuts it back up to the back in the
Jalen
middle.
King on the carry.
King goes for positive yards, and he'll pick up about 5. That's good to see Jalen King right back into on the horse and get that handoff and make positive yards. Because when he came off, he was not happy.
No, he's not
Spot the
happy,
ball
but
at the
he
13-yard
collected
line.
himself, got back out there, and
Bring
get
up
yourself
a
a
third
a
down
5-yard
play.
gain.
3rd down and 3.
Fisher gets the play from the
2
sideline,
minutes left.
breaks
in
the
quarter.
huddle with 15.
So do you give it to the guy who's got U.S. mail stamped on his back,
Yeah,
number 40?
Schumann gets this one, no doubt, right up the middle. Schumann still on his feet. Schumann still trying to be brought down.
Schumann on the carry.
Unfortunately,
Tackled by
I
a host of
think they
satellites.
might have got him this time. I don't think he got the 3.
He's got 2.5.
Officials
Yeah.
spot the ball just outside.
It'll be short of it. It's going to be
At the 10-yard
4th
line.
and short with 1:35 to go.
Spotted on the yard line. Fourth down
half a
and
yard.
1.
You give it back to the horse.
For the
You
Cavaliers.
got to ride him, man. You rode him
Yeah.
this far. You got to ride him again.
You either Fisher keeps it or you give it to him. And
Yeah.
like I said, he's got U.S. mail stamped on his back. He'll deliver.
I think you give it to him. You got to go right back up the middle with Schumann. At least that's what I'm sure what South Central's thinking anyways. The handoff, and it does go to Schumann. Schumann right up the middle, and that's going to be a first down.
Schumann on the carry.
And that's going to be enough for another
He picks
first
up
down,
a
being brought to you by
Cavalier
Odell
first
Lumber,
down.
and that'll put them first and goal.
First and goal, Cavaliers.
A good 4 yards. He
South
needed a
Central
half. He got
7-yard
4.
line.
So now the ball is sitting at the 7-yard line. First and goal for the Cavaliers.
24 carries, 152 yards tonight for Schumann.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Dominate. So the time of possession, folks, 12 minutes for Culver, 0 for South Central.
And King will be in the end zone.
King
Touchdown,
on the carry for a
Cavaliers.
Touchdown.
Nice move. Again, anticipating Schumann,
Yep.
and Jalen King sneaks right through there and gets another touchdown.
Yep, and that put him over the century mark, 15 carries for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns for Jalen King.
Cavaliers strike again with 44 seconds to go here before the end of the third.
Cavaliers
And
on for the 2-point
They'll
conversion.
go for the 2-point conversion, trailing 28-22 right now. The biggest thing right now is just getting a stop on defense.
Yep, that's what it has to be.
Fisher up under center. Fisher to Thompson. Thompson walks it in for the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion by Blake Thompson.
And with
At the
that, on the Woodlawn Hospital scoreboard,
4-second mark
44 seconds to go
of the
in the
third
third
quarter.
quarter. It's South Central
28,
28, Culver Cavaliers
24.
24. You're listening to Culver Cavalier football on Culver TV and Giant FM Sports. Back with more after this.
Right onside
Halftime
kick it.
score. Chesterton 9, Pioneer 8.
Back here at Culver High School as the Cavaliers strike again. You've got the insulation guy scoring drive.
13 plays, 55 yards, a 7-yard touchdown run by Jalen King. Gives us a score of 24-28 South Central.
Well, you just mentioned something interesting during the commercial break.
89, Brandon Young.
I'd onside kick it.
Satellites.
I'd give myself a chance. I mean, you haven't stopped them on special teams and on defense. Why not give it to your best defense, which has been your offense tonight, and give yourself a chance?
Yeah, we'll see.
He won't, but
we'll see if Zayner thinks the same way you do. Tucker Fisher ready to kick off, being brought to you by the Moose Lodge, 11:07. And a little kick, and it'll go out of bounds.
Okay, that's okay.
That's probably not bad either. Give it to him at the 40,
That's
better than
okay.
running back for 7
Yep.
again.
So now here's the time. You haven't stopped. You haven't defensively haven't had to stop all season long. And I know that sounds like a long bit less cake. We're a game in 3 quarters. You know, a stop
Penalty on
here
the
puts you
Cavaliers.
in a. They're going to make him re-kick it
They
again.
will,
Hey, coach,
line up.
onside kick it.
And kick again.
Well, you know, I think Coach Zayner's idea was to kind of squib it just down the
Yeah.
line so they couldn't
Well, and
quite
it was a
get
good
it.
play.
But,
It goes out.
but unfortunately, it goes out, and they'll back it up 10 yards, and they'll try the kick again, this time from the 35-yard line. But, you know, on the other side of the coin is Coach Buzz Schaff. He says, no, you're going to kick it again instead of taking the penalty.
But I'm also looking at the front line right there, and they don't seem too interested like anything's coming their way. So
There's a little higher kick that time, taken on the far side by Turco. And he turns it back up the
Good.
field.
There he
And
got him.
there's the
Attaboy.
tackle. Finally going to be brought down to about the 42-yard
Tackled
line.
by number 32, Ian Brown.
So that's stop that
South
time. We'll
Central
start
will
South
have the
Central
ball
at their own 42-yard line.
At their own
Now we'll see if Coach
40
Zahner's defense can
2-yard
make
line.
a stop here. They've had a couple
First
times
and
where
10.
they force third down,
Satellite.
but then they make up the big play, or you get a penalty, and then it snowballs all.
Yeah,
the way.
if I'm Culver right now, I'm as a team defense out there, I'm saying, hey, it's on us right now. It's not on our offense, it's on us. We got to stop.
So out of the shotgun in the spread formation. Gilsick to throw up over the top, and it's incomplete.
Gilsick's
The
pass,
intended receiver
incomplete.
was Omen.
To number 1, Omen. Emiliano Ortiz on the
We've
coverage.
seen his arm. He's got a good arm.
Yeah, and
Second
I
down and
blame
10 from
not
their
blame,
own
but I question the coaching
42.
staff on how they're letting him throw the ball. When he sets his feet, like that one right there, he didn't set his feet, and it was kind of a loft.
Yeah.
Let that kid throw it on an arrow and set his feet, because I guarantee you he can get it to somebody.
So they'll come back out of the spread again. They got trips to the far side, a single set to the near. And beside Gilsick. Gilsick to the left side. He keeps it himself this time, and he's going to be hit at the 45-yard line, and that's where they'll give him
Gilsick on
forward
the carry.
progress to the 46.
Tackled by
But that'll bring up
Cavaliers.
third down and long now for for South Central.
Led
A
by
big stop here by
76.
Cavaliers.
Yep,
Mr.
here it
Evans.
is. Now, this is what you challenged them for at halftime, so they need to make a stop right here.
And that'll do the end of the third quarter.
Third quarter.
So it's going to
End
come
of the third
down to
quarter,
who wants
South
it in the
Central
fourth
28,
quarter. Because at the end of
Cavaliers
3, it's 28
24.
South Central, 24 the
Fourth quarter.
Cavaliers. Back
Coming
in the
up.
fourth quarter after this. Giant FM Sports and Culver TV. Big stop.
Yep.
Back here at Culver Cavalier High School as the Cavaliers need a big stop here as South Central facing a 3rd and 6 to start the fourth quarter. Randy Went and Justin Bach from Culver High School. Glad you could join us tonight. We've seen a dandy.
Yes, it has been, from a penalty and turnover standpoint, it has been a very, very clean game. Cavaliers get a stop right here, Randy, and it all of a sudden it becomes a real barn burner.
Gilsick out of the shotgun. And there's
Ball
a
on the
snap
floor.
on the ground, but we do have a penalty. And I think it's going to be against South
Flag
Central.
on the play.
I think it's going to be against Culver. We got a penalty.
Fumble.
And
Motion, I
Yep.
think it was motion, legal motion.
illegal motion.
Yep.
Penalty on the satellite.
Paddle out.
Before the snap.
Yeah, before the snap even. Dead ball. So they'll mark it off.
Officials will mark off the
Gee,
penalty.
just when you thought the
Place
Cavaliers
ball
got a
on the
break.
South Central
And
41-yard line.
so that'll be third down
Bring
now
up a
and
third
about
down
11
and 11 play.
from the 41-yard
satellite.
line.
Well, the secondary is going to grow up right here because he's probably going to throw the ball. So, Coach Zahner's screaming at him, hey, keep him in front of you. Know what you got to do. Keep him in front of you and try to make a play on the ball.
Gilsick up under center, pitches it out to the right to Omen. Omen's hitting the backfield, but he's still on his feet. Omen's still on his feet.
Nice.
Brought
Yes, they
down.
got the stop. First stop of the year. Nice job, boys.
Big stop by the defense there.
Tackled by Ben Lee.
And a loss on
Marquez
top of it.
Anderson.
Big stop
Loss
there.
on the play will bring up a fourth down.
It's going to bring up fourth down in about
Official spot the ball on
15.
the South Central 38-yard line. 4th and 14.
South Central will bring out the punting crew.
Now, you got to play this down. So Culver needs to be, be aware of any fakes, anything like that, and secure the punt.
As
Satellite set
Oh,
to
they're
punt.
going to go ahead and go. Oh, no,
Yep,
they're
they're
punting.
punting.
Hayden Chutko back to punt.
Chutko to
Emiliano
punt.
Ortiz deep for the
Nice
Cavaliers.
punt. Deep punt. And
Oh, why'd he throw the penalty?
we have a penalty flag over
Flag on the
here.
play.
Sideline warning. Coach is getting away. But that punt rolls out of bounds at about the, what is that, 2-yard line?
This is 5-5, probably the 3.
So, yeah, sideline warning against the Cavaliers was the flag.
The Cavalier ball.
Excellent
First and
punt.
10.
Wow, that was a huge punt.
The ball is placed
On the 4. Okay, 96 yards.
On the 4. First and
On
10
the-
now for the Cavaliers.
3-yard line. First and 10, Cavaliers.
10:58 remaining here in the contest. Culver trails 28-24. As Fisher will come up under center. The handoff to Schumann right up the middle. Schumann goes up, bounces it back outside, and
Schumann
still on
on
his
the carry.
feet. And he's going to give the Cavaliers a little breathing room.
Kid.
I think we ought to call him dump truck because, man,
Right.
he's carrying those guys. He's got a load.
Like I say, he's got 4 or 5 guys on him every time.
Yeah.
So
7-yard line.
And, you know,
Bring
that's
up
just
a
that's
second
a lot
down
of credit
play.
to him. Sophomore
Second and
being able to
6
do that at
for the
that level
Cavaliers.
that early. I mean, that's
yeah,
impressive.
He's going to be special over the next couple of years.
10:25 to go here in the contest. 2nd and 6 now. Fisher, the handoff. Schumann right back up the middle again.
Schumann again on the carry.
Schumann picks up about 4 more.
Officials spot the ball at the Cavalier 11-yard line. Bring up a
So,
3rd down play.
well, we're waiting for him
3rd
to mark it. It's going to be about 3rd and
And
2 now. So 8
3rd
yards
and 2
there
for the Cavaliers.
for Schumann in 2 carries.
Yep.
3rd and 2 from the 11. Under 10 to go. The handoff is to Jalen King. King to the near side. King
First down.
still on
Still
his
carrying.
feet.
How about these
And
kids?
King on the carry.
He will get a first
Tackled by a
down.
host of
Another first
Starlights.
down being brought to you by Odell Lumber.
We're changing
Quality,
the move for a
superior
Cavalier
quality
first
and
down.
service. That's Odell Lumber, proud supporter of
Officials
high school
spot the ball
athletics.
at the-
First down for the Cavaliers. The ball is marked at the
At
16-yard
the
line.
16-yard line. First and 10.
Clock continues to
Cavaliers.
roll. That's the key right now.
Hey.
This is right into Culver's breadbasket, man. This is right where they want to be.
Yeah, they've owned the time of possession here in the second half.
1st and 10. Tucker Fisher up under center. The handoff to Schumann again. Schumann still on his feet. And
Schumann on the
South
carry.
Central is bringing anybody and everybody they can find to try to tackle Schumann.
And
And
he still gets 2 yards.
and he's still-
I don't get it. I mean, I get it.
Officials
He's
mark
he's
the
a hard
ball.
runner, but I mean, Randy, we're at 28
At the
or
18-yard
27
line, second down
carries
and 8.
for
the Cavaliers.
162 yards.
you might need a third line for that man if he ain't
By the
careful.
time this series gets over with.
Clock continues to roll. We're under 8:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. Cavaliers trail 28-24. Randy Wayne, Justin Bach, glad you could join us here on Giant FM and Culver TV. The handoff is to Jalen King.
Nice
King,
cut.
nice cut
Man.
as he
Jalen
leaps
King on the carry.
over one of the defenders trying to get for him, and he's going to be
Be
right
close.
at the line.
Yep.
We'll see if the officials give it
5.
to him or they measure.
Hale and number 30, Dylan Riley.
You're going to come look at it. I think he's got
Officials
it.
will spot the ball close.
Man, I'm talking
Nope.
about
The
a
markers.
chain.
Ooh, they're not
Bring up
not
a
even going
third
to.
down play.
They measure anything else down this other end, but they don't measure that one.
I'm giving him
Ball
8
spotted on
yards.
the-
I don't care.
Cavalier 26-yard line.
He's got 17
31.
carries for 116 yards
He needs inches here.
Yeah.
3rd and inches. 8 minutes to go here in the 4th. Schumann, he's got it this time and more.
Schumann
Finally
carries
going to be
the
brought
pile
down at
over
about the 30-yard line.
marker
4
to
yards.
pick up the Cavalier first down.
Another first down being brought to you by Odell Lumber. And this
Tackled
one will
by
be
a
marked
host
at the
of
30.
satellites, including number 88.
Well, we've been blessed,
Brendan
partner.
Carr.
2 weeks, 2 great ball games. Let's just hope next week we get the same thing.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
7:55 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Cavaliers.
28-24. South Central on top of Culver, but Culver started this one at their 3-yard line.
Yep.
They are now at the 31. 1st and 10. Fisher up under center. Fisher fakes the handoff to Schumann, gives off now to, I believe that is Thompson.
Nice run, young man.
Thompson on that one, Kerry.
Carried by Blake Thompson.
11 yards there for another first down.
You know, and here's the thing, we haven't heard his name for a little bit, so he was well rested. He's been watching these guys.
Yep.
Great mix and match right now by Coach Zahner.
Yeah, they're doing. Culver is really doing a good job, and credit to offensive line. They has just wore down
7.5 minutes
the satellite
left in the quarter.
defense. You can see their body language. They're tired. That defensive line is tired.
Well, they should be.
They
They've been
should-
on the field
yeah.
forever.
And their offense hasn't helped them.
Yeah. Fisher, the handoff to King. King around the near side.
There
King
he goes.
cuts it back up the middle, still on his feet.
Nice run.
He's going to be brought down just shy of midfield at the
Tackled by
49.
number 70, Caleb Gerard.
So it's going to be about a 5-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and a 5 now for the Cavaliers.
2nd down and
6:55 remaining
for the
here in the
Cavaliers.
contest. Fisher will come to the sideline, get the play from Coach Zahner. He'll head back into the huddle with 20. Yeah, taking his time. Why not, man? This is what you want. Drive. Don't give them an opportunity. Don't. You want to go in the end zone as that thing hits 0.
Yep, and it's this is play number 10.
Fisher up under center. Fisher, the handoff to Schumann. Schumann around the right side. Schumann still on his
Schumann on the
feet.
carry.
Schumann finally going to be brought down as he gets into South Central territory at about the 46-yard line. And that's going to be another first down for the Cavaliers, being brought to you by Odell
Ball is
Lumber.
marked at the South Central 46-yard line. 1st and 10,
I
Cavaliers.
am very impressed, one, with the way these kids have responded to adversity all night, and two, that 3-headed monster in the backfield it is going to be something for any team. Knox better bring their hard hats and their lunch pails, because this team here is going to punch you in the mouth all night.
Fisher up under center again. Fisher the handoff to Thompson. Thompson around the left side. Thompson spun and still on his feet. Finally going to be brought down, and he's going to pick up another 4 to 5.
Yeah, it's just 4 to 5 at a pop now. And that's when you know you're physically dominating a defense.
I just saw this impressed me a whole lot. It's little things that you see. Tucker Fisher's walking over to get the play from Coach Zahner, and he looks at Coach Zahner and says, slow down. He looks at the play clock. There was still 35 seconds on it. He's like, hey, we're in no hurry here.
And that's a junior understanding the situation, knowing what they have to do to win this ball game.
5:20 remaining in the contest. 28-24 South Central. Culver moving nicely. And Tucker hands it off right up the middle to Schumann.
Close.
He faked me out. I thought Tucker kept that one, and he was talking.
Now, all you have to do is watch the pile. Watch the mass of humanity walking down the field.
And the ball is going to be marked down about the 37-yard line.
South Central 37-yard line.
And it's going to be 3rd and 2 for Culver.
Third down play. 3rd and 2 for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'm going to guess Mr. Schumann's going to get the call on this one again. Oh, first time.
Come on, guys.
Forgot what count it was on. Sorry, you got to bounce back. You can't let that get you.
Nope.
You still got time in your hands. 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter, down 28-24.
Officials will back the Cavaliers up.
Full start for the Cavaliers.
To the
But that'll bring it back to 3rd and
42-yard
about
line. Bring up
6
a
now.
3rd down and 7 play for
6
the
to 7.
Cavaliers.
Right back at it, Tucker Fisher out of the conversation with Coach Zahner. He heads to the huddle with 18. They break it with 15.
14th play of the drive, Randy.
Crazy. Tucker Fisher up under center. The handoff is to Jalen King. King
Nice
cuts it back.
move.
King still on his feet.
Jalen
Finally
King
going to be
on the
brought
carry.
down at about the 36-yard line.
The ball
About 5 yards.
at the
Going to be
South
4th
Central
and 1 for
30.
Cavaliers. big fourth down here for the
36-yard
Cavaliers.
line, bring up a 4th down.
Does
4th
anybody not think who's going to get the football?
and 1.
Fourth and 1.
Well, you would think, but
Hey, Jalen King tonight,
Yeah.
19 carries, 127 yards.
I think you could go to any 3 of them, but yeah.
It's been a special night for those 3 young men.
Fisher up under center. Fisher the handoff to
Guess
Schumann.
who?
And first down, Culver.
Cavaliers, first down.
Schumann with another first down being brought to you by Odell Lumber. And that'll push them on the other side of the
Officials spot
35.
ball.
How about Tucker?
How about
Tucker
it?
Fisher hands the ball off to Schumann and then pushes him.
50-yard line, first
The old
and 10,
shove.
Cavaliers.
Oh. We can't talk enough about Schumann.
Nope.
3.5 to go. Still 28-24. Fisher up under center.
Flag on the
Timeout.
play.
What do we got? As we had to wait on the official. I don't know if it's a flag or if he just blew it dead first. Oh, there he is. He's flagged. Sideline warning for South Central now. So
Sideline
each
warning
side
on the satellites.
has the warning. That just tells you how into this game everybody is.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those. This is one of those special drives that you look back on your season and it can point to it and say, this is what turned it around right here.
From the 33-yard line. Tucker Fisher up under center. Fisher, the handoff to Thompson. Thompson cuts it back up the middle. Thompson still on his feet. Finally going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line.
Hudspeth on the tackle.
And it's going to be second and about
Officials spot the ball at the
4.
South Central.
6-yard pickup.
13 carries for Blake Thompson tonight for 63 yards.
You know, like you talked earlier, we've been around Coach Zahner for years.
26-yard line.
This
bring up a
is
second
Zahner
down
football.
play.
Yes, yeah. I mean, this
Second
is
and
it.
4.
And speaking of Schumann, just 31 carries for. He's almost hit 200.
Wow.
180 yards tonight for him.
2 minutes, 30 seconds. The handoff goes to King. King
Nice
around the right
cut.
side. King cuts to the inside.
Go!
He's still on his feet. 5.
Boy!
Inside the 10-yard line, down near the 5. Jalen King with a big cut outside. Stiff arms one guy and stays on his feet.
Officials place the ball at the
They mark him
Central
out of
3-yard
bounds.
line.
20-yard line.
yards.
Bring up a
So right now we've gone from one 3-yard line to the other 3-yard line.
Yep.
2 minutes, 19 seconds to go.
3-yard line.
First and goal now for the Cavaliers. This Red Zone being brought to you by Evans Agency LLC, helping you with your insurance needs today and tomorrow.
Jalen King, 20 carries, 150 yards tonight.
Fisher up under center with 13. Fisher, the handoff to Schumann. Schumann in the end zone. Nope.
Schumann on the
Just
carry.
shy. He's going to be down about the 1 foot marker. Well, they're still looking at it.
Huddle up.
Nope.
Tackled by a host of satellites. Officials timeout.
And a cramp. Is that Schumann? As they stretch him out. Can't.
They got it.
Schumann's getting stretched out. He's got him there. We'll take a break as they cramp him out, as he cramps up. They'll stretch him out, and we'll take a break. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Culver Football, Culver TV, and Giant FM Sports. Back here at Culver High School as Shane Schumann is up after getting cramps, getting stretched out. He'll have to come out for one play. Coach Zahner's out there, though. They were giving Knuckles high fives, and he says, I'm ready to go, but he does have to come out.
That kid's a stud. I mean, 32 carries. tonight for that young man. And since his 20th carry, Randy, so the 12 after that have been in the 4 to 3 yard range. His biggest carry has been 6 yards.
Clock rolls, 1:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Culver still down 28-24. Play clock's at 10 seconds. Down to 5 seconds. Fisher up under center at 4. Fisher the snap it, and he'll just take a knee. Took a knee to continue the clock. The clock will continue to run with 1:20. And South Central will be forced to take the timeout.
Got to reset that to 120.
South Central will take a timeout.
Timeout.
You don't see that. Let's talk about that. Coach Zahner knows that he does not want South Central to have the football back if he can help it.
No, because, I mean, let's say they've had how many drives tonight? 4 or 5, and he hasn't, they haven't stopped
They got
him.
one
They got
stop.
one stop. But, hey, let's not put it in anybody else's hands but our hands on offense. Let's get Schumann back in there. Look, like I said, they have not had a negative rush this half. Well, actually, Randy, all night.
I think you said something there that was the biggest key to probably that knee, getting Schumann back in. He had to stay out one possession. You take the knee. Schumann's going to come right back up the middle.
Yeah.
1 minute, 21 seconds to go. 28-24. Cavaliers down 4, threatening at the 1 yard line. Third down and goal for the Cavaliers. Schumann back into the backfield. Schumann in there with Thompson and King. Fisher up under center. Fisher the snap, the handoff to Schumann. Schumann over the top.
Schumann on the carry.
And touch. Oh, they wave it. They're going to say he's down. He did not. I thought he bounced over into it.
Yes.
The officials are talking.
Officials spot the ball.
Brady's in.
And now we have South Central players down, cramping and stretching out. So they're going to say that, he was down inside the 1.
That'll bring up a 4th down play. Timeout on the field.
Wow.
4th and goal for the Cavaliers.
That was 3 yard carry right there.
I'm thinking they're going to run.
Yep.
Wow.
So just to let you know, Randy, this is going to be the 22nd play of the drive. 22nd play of the drive.
I don't know if I've ever called a football game that had one possession, 22 plays.
No, and you know what? We may need to bring our show. People may want to go everywhere, folks. Since last basketball season, we had 2 great Rochester Zebra basketball games in the sectional. We called a great game last week for Caston getting over their losing streak.
We had some great games in girls basketball with Coach Stasiak.
Yeah, with Coach
myself.
Stasiak. I'm telling you, this one has been a classic tonight.
It's coming down to this right here. It's 4th and goal from the 1 for the Cavaliers. 1 minute, 15 seconds remain. After the cramping timeout, now everybody's back on the field, just waiting on the official to give the go signal.
Come on, refs.
Again,
Let's go.
I'm not even sure if it's not inside the 1 yard line. There's the whistle. Fisher up under center. Fisher to Schumann. Fisher, Schumann, and South Central says no. Nope, they're going to say he's short. They did not get it. Culver players are all saying he's in the end zone. The officials say no.
It will be
That is
South
horrible.
Central football. 1st and 10.
Coach Zahner not
on the
happy.
8 line.
Can't say I blame him because from every indication, Schumann looked like he was in twice, the last play and this play.
Unbelievable. 22 plays, 92 and a half
South
yards.
Central ball. 1st and
Well,
10.
it's not over because
From the
South
1.
Central is at the half yard line.
Yeah.
You can get there's still time here.
Oh,
Defensive got to go here.
Yeah,
You got to put all pressure here. You can't give up your backs a little bit, but man, that front line, you got to get in there, get a safety.
Yeah, because then they got to kick it to you.
Yep.
And it's a free kick.
Gilsick up under center. Get out of the shotgun. Goes to the right. He's forced out, and he's going to be hit, but he's still on his feet, and he's going to get out to about the 10-yard line. Coach Zahner wanting a timeout.
I think Coach Zahner wants a piece of the ref is what he wants. And he's still gnawing at the linesman, which I would be too.
Yeah, I'm not. We're going to go sure. We're going to put some time back on the clock again.
I mean, that kid has not been stopped all night long. I don't get it.
The Culver Cavaliers calling the timeout. We're going to keep it here. Again, we want to thank our sponsors all season long, including Culligan of Fulton County, First Federal Savings Bank, Fulton County Best One Tire, RTC Communications, Shepherd Chevrolet and Buick of Rochester, Fulton County REMC, Smith Farm Store, Smith Sawyer and Smith Insurance, Woodlawn Hospital, Manitow Moose Lodge 1107, The Insulation Guys, Odell Lumber, just to name a few. Again, I want to thank them all season long. Again, we got to thank Culver as well, Coach Zahner, Principal Barrett, the host of the hosting us here.
Yeah,
excellent place, man. What a game we have seen. And unfortunately, I think they're going to come up just a hair short unless the defense can come up here with something big. Gilsick to throw, and it's complete out to Carr. Carr on the far sideline. Carr still on his feet, and finally going to be pushed out of bounds. And that's going to be a first down for South Central, being brought to you by Odell Lumber.
Bring up a South Central first down.
There's a flag on the play. I think that's going to be a penalty on South Central because the official.
Sportsmanlike?
Well, no, I think it's going to be a sideline. They've already had their warning, so this will be a penalty, dead ball penalty.
Right,
yep.
Let's go. We're going to take a shot.
Yep. It is the sideline penalty. No. What is that? Unsportsmanlike? I don't know. Maybe unsportsmanlike then?
Unsportsmanlike penalty on the satellite.
Okay. Unsportsmanlike, that's a bigger one. That takes you back 15. Stops the clock. You were way out there at about the 35-yard line or so.
Bunch right.
And now you're going to mark that back to about the 15. Still have 47.4 seconds remaining on the game clock. The ball sitting at about the 16-yard line.
South Central with the ball at their 16-yard line. First down play.
And now the official wants to talk to South Central coach. Still a little chatting going on from the South Central coach and the official on the far sideline. I don't think he's happy about the penalty. As the official now will come back set. Man, you could have heard a pin drop. I think everybody was trying to hear what he was saying. Whistle blows and we're underway. Gilsick up out of the shotgun. Gilsick forced out. And he's going to have to throw it, and he does over the top. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Carr.
88, Carr.
Man, he was so close.
I don't understand the play calling here for the satellites.
Yeah.
Why are you throwing the football and stopping the clock?
Yeah, I don't get that either.
And I can tell you this, the linesman on this side of the field, on the Culver side of the field, is hoping that they don't gain much more because Coach Zahner's sitting there waiting on him. He's already tore his shirt off. So that guy is like not wanting to take about another 10 yards.
And he hasn't moved from that 15-yard line.
No, I wouldn't either.
Third, still second and 10 now, 40 seconds on the clock. They pitch it to Oman. Oman comes to the near side. Oman. Ball's loose! Ball's loose. Oman picks it up, but he's got to go backwards. Great strip by Tucker Fisher.
Oman on the carry, tackled by Ian Brown.
Ian Brown for the Cavaliers get the strip. Fisher was just seconds away from picking that thing up. Coach Zahner calls the timeout to stop the clock. He's pumping up that defense. 33.2 seconds to go. Cavaliers call a timeout. we'll keep it here as well.
So so Randy, this is why I question the call. So you, on 2 straight possessions, you throw the ball. One you complete, one you don't. That completion, if they just run the ball game is probably over.
Yeah.
Now you get a stop here, you're going to have to punt it, and anything can happen.
Yeah. Final from Whitco. Peru Tigers 49, Whitco Wildcats 14.
Well, maybe I was hoping it's going to be a little bit closer, make Whitco play 4 quarters again, but hey, what about the Peru Tigers?
Tigers are real. They're 2-0.
Yep, and not a young team again.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of young teams in the
Yes,
area.
they are.
A very talented freshman core down at Peru, so they're going to be good for a few years coming yet.
Yep.
As 33 seconds to go after the timeout by the Culver. Here's Gilsick. He's going to be stopped in the backfield again.
Gilsick on the carry.
And the clock stops. Culver uses their last timeout.
Tackled by Marquez Anderson.
Okay, have them tighten down their alignment some, and Hayden's
So
got
that will bring up a 4th down and still about 15, 16 yards. Now remember, the last time they punted, the one and only time they punted tonight,
he did punt it.
It was a huge punt.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got to put your best player back there, probably King, to have a chance with a return. He's your speediest guy. Put him deep.
That'll bring up a 4th
And
down
you got to remember,
play
you're out of timeouts.
Yes.
for the Satellites.
Culver is
26
out of
seconds.
timeouts. 26 seconds to go, trailing
Left in the
28-24.
game.
Randy Wynn, Justin Bach, Culver High School. It's been outstanding, to say the least, here at Culver High School. The only thing that will make Coach Zahner more happy is to get this thing back in the end zone.
But
And then I'm not sure if he'd still be happy.
his kids grew up in the second half.
Oh,
tonight.
did they ever?
Yep.
Can't wait to talk to him tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Even though he is unhappy right now. It's after the punt. Here it comes. And
Tricko back to punt.
Tricko to punt. High snap. He does get it away. It's an end-over-end kick. And it picked up by 24. And that is 24 is Bradley Kingery on the return.
Cavalier ball.
Setting up the Cavaliers with 16 seconds to go. 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers
35-yard
from
line.
the 35-yard line of South Central.
Check that.
Do they have a 35-yard play?
35-yard line.
That's where.
16 seconds left. 1st and 10.
Or
Cavaliers.
can they get
And you're out-
half of it?
You're
and
out of
then-
timeouts.
Yeah.
You got to get out. You got to get to the sideline.
Yep.
Fisher, where they've lived, is up the middle, and that's not going to work. This one. Fisher back to throw. Fisher's got a man wide open. King drops it.
Oh!
Wide open off the fingertips of Jalen King.
Jalen King. That'll bring up a 2nd down play.
I do not think
9.7
South
seconds
Central
left.
expected that.
Oh,
Wide open.
oh my Lord.
Oh. Wow. Still got time on the clock. 9.7 seconds remaining. I think South Central wants a timeout this time.
Timeout. Satellite.
We're going to keep it here again. I can't go. I can't go out. I don't want to miss a chance. We're in commercial and they come back quick. Sorry, folks at home. Again, I appreciate the sponsors. We love you, but I'm not taking a chance of missing anything coming down the stretch here at Culver High School. Again, tomorrow morning, joining me, 8 o'clock, Coach's Corner, right here on Giant FM, as we'll talk to Mike Zahner of the Culver Cavaliers, Will Porter of the Casting Comets. Every morning, every Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, as coming back in then Rochester and Winamac as they start their season then next week. So next Saturday morning, we'll have Coach Hendricks and Coach Kelly from Winamac and Rochester, respectively, joining us on Coach's Corner. All right, let's set it here for you. Culver out of timeouts, trailing 28-24, 9.7 seconds to go. Second down and 10 from the South Central 35-yard line. Randy Wynn, Justin Bach, Culver High School. It's all for the marbles right here.
It's been an absolute classic.
It's all for the marbles right here. Dig in, 9.7 seconds. Fisher out of the shotgun. Fisher flushed out of the pocket. Fisher still on his feet, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield, and that's going to do it. That will do it. South Central survives the scare from the Culver Cavaliers. 28-24 here at Culver High School. You still think about it. You got to go back and think about the goal line stance by South Central. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. We'll take a timeout. Let us catch our breath. Justin will get the stats all prepared for you, and then we'll come back with the post game after this. Again, the final here from Culver High School. South Central Satellites 28, your Culver Cavaliers 24. You're listening to high school football on Giant FM Sports and Culver TV. I still say he scored twice.
I'd love to see. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and see that because